Rochester fan. On your home for the Rhinos. Fickle 93.3 FM. Fickle 93.3 FM. Welcome to the Rochester Raging Rhinos pregame show.
For the second time in as many weeks, the Rochester Raging Rhinos face the Portland Timbers. This time traveling to PGE Park, where the Timbers had never failed to win. For the second straight time, the Raging Ones controlled the middle of the field and wreaked havoc against the Timbers' back line, finding the net 3 times in the first half alone, en route to a 5-0 chopping of the Timbers.
Off the left wing side. High in-swing kick to the back door. There's Caraballo, sends it back in the middle, moving in a first-time shot. Hit ball, scores! John Ball out the right foot, just inside the right post, puts it away, and the Rhinos up 2-0. And he does go down inside the 18. One hopper, kicked in the air out to midfield. Moving in, Ponto with a shot. Scores! Ponto Aguilera, first-time volley kick from 30 yards out, picks the upper right corner. It was a dipping shot coming down just under the crossbar, upper right corner, and the Rhinos are up 3-0. Gets the ball through, chasing it down to the end line. On his heels, a few feet out in front, moving in. Here's the shot. They score! Moving in and driving it the rest of the way home was Kurt Wilson. Off the right foot inside the left corner, as the Rhinos have come up to a 4-0 lead. Push forward on the near wing, shoving in Caraballo, taking a shot away. That's knocked down, and after it goes Rivas to the near end of the box. Drops it on top. Here's Rivas, shot in. Superhead, he scores! Rivas takes the shot and hits something. Put away from goaltender Saunders inside the right post, and the Rhinos make it 5-0.
It was the worst home defeat Timbers fans had ever seen, even dating back to their old NASL days. It was also the second 5-goal performance for the Rochester offense. Next up, the final leg of the West Coast Tour, the Seattle Sounders. The Sounders haven't had the best of runs this season, but they're averaging a goal a game and own the Rhinos when playing on their West Coast turf. But the Rhinos say they won't be satisfied without 6 points from this Western swing. With a win, the Green and Gold will vault all the West Coast teams right into second place. East Coast versus West Coast. 90 minutes at Quest Field could see a big swing in the Rhinos season. And a very good night to you. Thank you for joining us here late night for the Rochester Raging Rhinos pregame show. My name is Tom Craver, and I thank you for staying up well past your bedtime to listen to the pregame show and the call of the game coming later this evening. Well, Rhinos at Seattle taking on the Sounders for the first time this season, 8th all-time now. The Rhinos and Sounders have split 4 wins and 4 losses apiece. One of those losses was a shootout victory for the Sounders. The Rhinos, when playing at Seattle, have 1 win so far, and that came only last year, June 19th, almost a year ago to be exact. So, lots in store for the Rhinos and for the Sounders tonight. Sounders coming off not exactly the best of starts for them. 4 wins, 1 loss, and 2 ties. The Rhinos on a 3-4 game win streak, 5-game unbeaten streak. So, lot to see, talk about tonight. Pot of coffee at my side. My name is Tom Craver, ready to take you through the countdown to kickoff. All coming up next, this is Raging Rhinos pregame show on Fickle 93.3 FM.
Every generation of Volvo has been committed to safety and saving lives. Visit Best Volvo, like Volvo owner Peter Parts.
I was in a horrendous accident where an oncoming driver had fallen asleep and hit me head on. I'm absolutely convinced I would have never walked away had it been any other car.
Test drive the Volvo XC90, the world's safest SUV, only at Best Volvo, where style, safety, and all-wheel drive come together to save lives. 1500 University Avenue.
What if you celebrated getting things done in your office the way you celebrate on the field?
We won the pitch. It'll be our biggest client ever.
Ooh, that's cool. Maybe some celebrations are best left on the field. But when you hear this, You'll know things are getting done. To learn more about how Nextel can help you get more done, call 800-NEXTEL-9 or visit Nextel.com. Nextel. Done.
Hi, this is Joe Giuliano, Rhinos radio color commentator and host of the Soccer Report. Join us every Tuesday at 6:30 for full coverage of the Rochester Raging Rhinos, Major League Soccer, and international soccer news. Give us a call every Tuesday at 346-3000. It's the Soccer Report.
Hey fans, World Gym Rochester is the official strength and conditioning facility for your Rochester Rhinos, Rattler, Nighthawks, and Amerks. World Gym Rochester is proud to offer personal training packages tailored especially to your needs, including Apex A5 component system that assures you results. The Apex system is customized for you and your needs. Lose weight, improve your health, or just get in better shape. World Gym Rochester and Apex can help you reach your goals. Fun, high-energy group exercise classes like Rep Reebok are offered so you can work out with friends. Spinning, yoga, and Pilates are also great ways to work out and release stress and tension. And to make it more convenient, World Gym Rochester now offers a newly expanded child care hours. For more information, please stop by the gym at 1717 East Avenue, just west of the East Avenue and Whitten Road intersection, or call 271-0440. That's 271-0440.
The Rochester Raging Rhinos pregame show. My name is Tom Craver, and I thank you so much for staying up tonight with us for the Rhinos pregame show. The Rhinos coming in tonight off a 5-game winning streak, or unbeaten streak, I should say. 4 wins in the past 4 games. Aggregate scores there of 14-4, outscoring their opponents. Taking on the Seattle Sounders tonight, who really haven't had the best of luck lately with as far as the start of their season. They started their first 5 games of the season at home at Quest Field. They've been on the road in Virginia, against Richmond and Virginia Beach for the past week, but coming back home now for the first time. But first 5 games at home, they only had 2 wins, 2 ties, and a loss, even as of right now, after their very winning ways on their road trip in Virginia. Still only with a 4-win, 1-loss, 2-tie record. Still sitting toward the bottom of that single division table for the USL First Division. Scouting out the Sounders right now. Up top, you see Roger Levesque. He is the leading scorer for Seattle. He's got 3 of their 7 goals on the season. Leading the midfield charge, C.J. Klass. He's got 4 assists, creative and quick in the middle all the time. Out back, Preston Burpo in the net for the Sounders. He's played all but 1 match in a Seattle uniform this season with a lethargic .17 goals against average. He's made 19 saves on the 71 shots that he has faced. Again, even though Seattle only has 7 goals for, they have a stingy defense with only 3 goals against. Preston Burpo, a very large part of that. On the other side of the field, Scott Vallow in the pipes tonight for the Rhinos. He recorded his 2nd clean sheet of the 2005 campaign just a couple nights ago on Saturday night. That brought his goals against average down to an even 1.0. 8 goals in 8 games, 8 goals allowed in 8 games played. He's got a 4-win, 4-loss record. 32 saves on the 64 shots that he has faced so far this season. That also finally, he's got enough minutes to register on the USL First Division goalkeeper table. That ties him for 3rd with Vancouver's Michael Franks in that category. The 1.0 goes against average. So after last Saturday night, the Rhinos, still on their tear, have 12 different players who have scored goals this season. You got a starting 11, and 12 different Rhinos have scored goals this season. Pato Aguilera and John Ball both have a pair each. 6 for Kirk Wilson. Wilson actually now 3rd on the top point getters list. He's got 6 goals, 2 assists. That's 14 points. Also tied for 3rd on top of the goal scorers list with former Rhino, now Puerto Rico star, Corey Woolfolk. Also tied with Jody Menyanger from Minnesota and Fabian Dawkins of Atlanta. Again, they're all tied for 3rd on the top goal scorers list. So, plenty to talk about tonight still. The Rhinos and the Sounders were about 20 minutes from kickoff. Stay with us. We continue on the pregame show. We're going to look around the USL First Division and look around the U.S. Open Cup coming soon. This is Rhino Soccer on Fickle 93.3 FM.
I'm Tom Rosati from Mallier Chevrolet Buick. You know, the guy who always says yes. Now with a lot more to say yes to. Mallier is Rochester's newest GM-certified used car dealer, with more than 200 General Motors certified used vehicles in stock. And with bumper-to-bumper warranty on these vehicles, you'll have the same peace of mind you have with a new car or truck. So take the short drive to Mallier in Honeoye Falls, or check us out at Mallier.com.
Mallier Chevrolet Buick, we always say yes.
Why do you stay posted with the Post newspapers?
High school sports and see what the kids are doing and see how the teams are doing.
It's really cool when I see articles on the kids and I can clip them out and put them into a scrapbook.
For less than the cost of a cup of coffee, you can stay posted with convenient home delivery of your town's Post newspaper. Just call 442-POST to get posted.
I'm posted. I'm posted.
We're posted. Brighton, Pittsford, Barrington, Fairport, Irondequoit, Penfield, Grease Gates, Chili, East Rochester, Henrietta, Brockport, and Webster Post. Call 442-POST and get posted.
Hey ladies, it's Tracy from Trey Unlimited. We have many of the hottest new purses from New York and other trend-setting cities from all over the world for the new season. Book a purse party with Trey Unlimited and earn $5 cash for each purse you sell, earn free purses, and earn points for our drawing for a weekend for 4 in Toronto. The weekend for 4 in Toronto will include 2 nights in a luxurious suite in a fabulous 5-star Sutton Place hotel in the heart of Toronto. Schedule a fundraiser with us and earn up to $10 for each purse your group sells. The Tonawanda Cheerleaders Booster Club earned over $1,000 for their club in just 2 hours. Trey Unlimited is also looking for party reps. Help us book parties and earn $5 for each purse sold through your party. Call us at 235-1790 or visit us on the web at www.trabag.com.
The latest designer-inspired fashions can be on display at your own purse party. Don't be caught without the perfect tray bag for your party ensemble. Check out trabag.com.
Welcome back to the Rochester Raging Rhinos pregame show. Again, about 20 minutes, just inside of 20 minutes now on the countdown to kickoff. Weather in Seattle, Washington at Quest Field. 66 degrees currently under cloudy skies. Of course, it's Washington. Of course they're going to have cloudy skies. But it should be a good night for soccer out west. Rhinos about to take on the Seattle Sounders. Well, let's look around the USL First Division. Of course, over the weekend, Saturday night, the Rhinos just handing it to the Portland Timbers by a score of 5-0. Fabulous showing by the Rhinos there. Vallow getting a second clean sheet. Also on Saturday night, Vancouver traveled to their southeast corner, taking on the Atlanta Silverbacks. They fell 2-3 in the 86th minute. Former Rhino Ian Fuller got a red card and ejected from the game. Again, 3-2 the final score from Atlanta over Vancouver. Saturday night, furthermore, Puerto Rico traveling up to Minnesota, falling 4-3 to the Thunder, as Corey Woolfolk scored 2 first-half goals for the Islanders, but in the 86th minute, Puerto Rico with the score tied, giving up an own goal again in the 86th minute. That kind of sealed the fate for Minnesota. They squeaked by the Islanders 4-3. And Sunday night, back-to-back games for Vancouver. They went up to Charleston, where they fell 2-0 to the Battery. Battery picking up their season just a little bit now as they pushed them into a tie for third place. Vasquez and Martinez with the goals for Charleston. So, looking at the standings, how they wrap up. Richmond, of course, still in the top spot. 26 points after their 13 games played. However, the good news is there are teams catching up to the number of games played. Portland, still in second place with 18 points. Vancouver and Charleston tied for third with 17 points. And then a 3-way tie for fifth. The Rhinos, Montreal, and Minnesota. Again, 3-way tie for fifth place there. 15 points. Atlanta hot on everybody's heels. Seattle right underneath them in ninth place with 14 points. Puerto Rico with 12 points. Virginia Beach 11th with 7 points. And Toronto still in the basement, 4 points off their 4 ties, still winless. for the Lynx. And that's a look around the USL First Division. Coming up, we've got a little Open Cup action to talk about, and talk about the Rhinos' upcoming schedule and some of the results that they've had over the past few weeks as the Rhinos stepping up their game as we get toward the middle of the season. Stay with us, won't you? This is Raging Rhinos pregame show on the all-new Fickle 93.3 FM.
Yes, this is my Beamer. You can tell from the hand-waxed hood right down to the Toyo Proxys TPTs. That's TPT for Total Performance Touring Tire. I wouldn't settle for anything less. When I switched to Toyo, I got high-performance handling that hugs the road at all speeds, wet or dry. And they're so quiet, I can hear the engine, not the road. Okay, I'll let you in on a little secret. If you promise not to tell anyone, you save some money. Try them for yourself.
Toyo Proxys tires are at Murphy's Tire, Niagara Street, Canandaigua, and Tire World, Empire Boulevard, Webster. Toyo tires, driven to perform.
The time for a healthy you is now. And Personal Health Approach Health, Wellness, and Fitness Center, Rochester's brand new premier upscale health club, is the place you need to be. PHA Health, Wellness, and Fitness Center, located at 3450 Winton Place, is the official strength training facility for the Rochester Rhinos. Let PHA's personal trainers and exercise therapists create a personalized program that will meet your needs and goals. Call PHA Health, Wellness, and Fitness Center at 232-8888.
Looking to travel in style for a special occasion? Call Golden Memories Limousine and Transportation. With their corporate charters, executive mini coaches, limousines, and 55-passenger bus, Golden Memories has a transportation solution for any event. Invite them to be a part of your wedding day or celebrate your stag or stagette party in style. Golden Memories is the safe choice to travel to casinos, wine tours, or corporate events. Call 723-1322 today for more information. That's 723-1322. Travel with the company the Rhinos use. Golden Memories for all your luxurious transportation needs.
Faber Homes is building communities for today's hardworking families. Park Place is located on Union Street, just south of 490 in Chilai. It's surrounded by 1,500 acres of county park. Many home sites are treed or offer the security of a cul-de-sac location. You must look at the new furnished model home at Park Place. The very best value for your family, starting at just $129,900. Call them today at 889-9590. Visit their website at faberhomes.com or just drop in for a visit.
Back to the Rochester Raging Rhinos pregame show. My name is Tom Craver. Pot of coffee along by my side as we take you through the countdown to kickoff now inside of 15 minutes, actually getting closer to 10 minutes now to kickoff in Seattle. Well, the 2005 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup is well underway, and now they've finally announced the Round 3 pairings, Round 2 to still take place in a couple weeks, actually, a week from tomorrow night. But Round 3, once the USASA clubs reach the third round, actually there's only one USASA club in time that's reached the third round. Looks like there will be a few that could possibly make it this time around. Games to be played on July 12th and 13th. Here they are. On July 12th, the winner of Salinas Valley and Portland Timbers will be playing on July 12th at PGE Park. Real Salt Lake of the MLS to take on the Minnesota Thunder, it's looking to be, or the Chicago Fire Premier League, depending on who wins that game. Minnesota squeaked out a win against Puerto Rico the other night, could very well be dominated by the Chicago Fire Premier. Chicago Fire of the MLS, the MLS team to play against the Western Mass Pioneers or the Reggae Boys of Indiana. That is a USASA team. Richmond Kickers will be playing, or Virginia Beach. Actually, it's the Richmond Kickers Future or the Virginia Beach Mariners of the USL First Division. The winner of that game will be playing the Rhinos on July 13th. Roma or Wilmington at FC Dallas. Long Island or Ocean City will be taking on Richmond. CD Chivas USA at El Paso or at the Charlotte Eagles. And then the last game would be the Des Moines Menace or the Charleston Battery of the USL First Division taking on the Silverbacks of Atlanta. That's how it's shaping up. But again, the Rhinos have at least one of the two teams that will be facing off on July 13th. Again, that being either the Richmond Kickers Future of the PDL or the Virginia Beach Mariners of the USL First Division. Virginia Beach not doing too hot at the moment. They're actually in 11th place with only one victory so far. So again, yet another PDL team that may make it through to the third round. Wouldn't that be something? Well, looking up at the upcoming games for the Rhinos, again, back home finally this Saturday night, June 25th at 8 o'clock start because of the TV commitment. The Charleston Battery coming to town. Charleston's currently tied for third right now. It is Saturday car display night. Zweigel's family 4-pack of tickets, and of course the Distillery post-game party after the game, Monday night, June 27th. That's a week from yesterday. It's a friendly against the New York, New Jersey Metro Stars. Make sure that you get in town to see the MLS coming to take on the Rhinos. And then the Rhinos not home again until July 8th when the Minnesota Thunder come to town. That will be a Friday night frenzy. Popeyes night. Nick Light will be there playing. And, of course, as it was every Friday night frenzy, fireworks after the game. Well, hoping to see fireworks for tonight's game as the Rhinos getting ready to take on the Seattle Sounders out at Quest Field. Don Stevens up next to bring you all the action. Stay with us after the game. We'll take your calls on the postgame show. Thanks for listening today, folks. This has been the Rhinos pregame show on Fickle 93.3 FM.
You're an account executive for a radio station in Rochester. You're doing well. You like it, and you're working hard. In fact, so hard you don't have time to look at other opportunities. I'm Steve Fortunato, local sales manager at Entercom Buffalo. We have an opportunity for a future superstar, a six-figure opportunity. Last year, 27% of our account executives earned more than $100,000. Our business plan is working, but even greatness is not good enough. This is a tough career, but if you love to learn and you're energized by creating and implementing a marketing strategy that ultimately helps a client's business grow, then we need to talk. Again, this is Steve Fortunato, Entercom Buffalo. No phone number, no mailing address, no email address. If you're our next superstar, I know you'll find me. Abraham Lincoln once said, "Things may come to those who wait, but only the things left behind by those who hustle." So what are you waiting for? Entercom Buffalo is an equal opportunity employer.
Every generation of Volvo has been committed to safety and saving lives. Visit Best Volvo, like Volvo owner Peter Parts.
I was in a horrendous accident where an oncoming driver had fallen asleep and hit me head on. I'm absolutely convinced I would have never walked away had it been any other car.
Test drive the Volvo XC90, the world's safest SUV, only at Best Volvo, where style, safety, and all-wheel drive come together to save lives. 1500 University Avenue.
I'm Tom Rosati from Mallier Chevrolet Buick. You know, the guy who always says yes. Now with a lot more to say yes to. Mallier is Rochester's newest GM-certified used car dealer with more than 200 General Motors certified used vehicles in stock. And with bumper-to-bumper warranty on these vehicles, you'll have the same peace of mind you have with a new car or truck. So take the short drive to Mallier in Honeoye Falls or check us out at Mallier.com.
Mallier Chevrolet Buick. We always say yes.
Fickle 93.3 FM, Random Radio. It's time for Raging Rhino Soccer. Tonight's game is brought to you by Auto Depot USA, Best Volvo, Blueberry Hill Apartment, Chase Pitkin, Clarion Riverside Hotel, Connolly Printing, Faber Home, Free Time Magazine, Gallo and Yakubangelo, Golden Memories, Arrow East, Messenger Post Newspapers, Midtown Tire, Health Source Chiropractic, Homa, Mallier Chevrolet Buick, Lakeside Country Club, Nextel Partners, Marina Dodge, New York Lottery, Personal Health Approach, Soccer Report, Tony's Collision, Total Tan, Vision Nissan, World Gym, Zweigel. Now, here's the Rochester Raging Rhinos broadcast team.
And good evening to you from Quest Field in Seattle. It is the start of another night for the Rochester Raging Rhinos. Game 11 of the season coming up for the Rhinos as they take on the Seattle Sounders, and this being the first of two meetings this year between these two teams. They have seen each other a few times over their history, but not a whole lot. But maybe they'll pick up the number of games they play against each other in the future. Checking back to see that the teams have met previously 8 times, 4 times here, 4 times in Rochester. And the Rhinos have not had a whole lot of luck here in Seattle. especially at the previous stadium, Memorial Stadium, where they were 0-3. But here at Quest Field, last year playing here at Quest Field, coming up with a victory against the Sounders, and came away with a 1-0 win in that game. That's the only win that the Rhinos have had here in Seattle, including a trip to the finals way back and beginning in year one. So the Rhinos will be looking to continue their newfound winning ways here in Seattle. Rochester and Seattle have a 4-4-0 record against each other. Again, the Rhinos winning 3 of their 4 games played here, and winning 3 of their 4 in Rochester, losing 3 of their 4 games played here in Seattle. Again, for the Rhinos, the 11th game of the season. For the Sounders, it's only the 8th match this season, as they played the fewest number of games in the league. This is, again, just their 8th game. They'll be picking up the action in July. They have a whole bunch of games coming up in July. And both teams have been on a roll, as Tom told you about. The Rhinos going unbeaten in the last 5. The Sounders going unbeaten in their last 6. And the Rhinos capping their recent string with a huge win in Portland a couple of nights ago. In fact, Portland's worst home loss in the history of their franchise, as they were saying, and they were very embarrassed by what happened Saturday night as the Rhinos came away with a 5-0 win over the Portland Timbers. Talking with the coach of the Raging Rhinos, of course, that being Lori Calloway, who's watching from afar tonight. It'll be asking about that game, and needless to say, he was pretty ecstatic about the game on Saturday from Portland.
Oh, yeah. 5-0 on the road against anybody. The worst team in the league. It's a great result, but against the team that was second in the standings when we went in, because of their win against Puerto Rico on Thursday, they were literally second, is enormous. There's no way I could have predicted that, I don't think, or anybody else, but the team took them apart, and all the credit goes to the guys.
Now, it would appear that you're still getting better game by game. Each game you're getting a little better. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, and now we've got to realize that because after the Montreal result at home, we had a team come in that was supposed to slaughter Toronto, but they'd seen what we did to Portland, and they came and set their stall out and made it very difficult, bunkered down. And Seattle were watching us the other night, so are Seattle going to come out and play 3 in the back and open themselves up? No. I'd be very surprised if they do. Seattle's given up 1 goal in the last 5 games. 3 all season, 2 of them against Portland in 1 game, so in 6 games they've only given up 1 goal. And so I think it'll be a totally different project tonight, if you want to call it the job that we have to do. It's against an opponent that is not going to be unaware of us. I think Portland shouldn't have been unaware of us, but I think playing at home in front of 5,000-6,000 people, they're always confident. They don't lose many games at home, so Portland were probably caught with their pants down. They're a little fatigued from Thursday night. Seattle had a long rest. They know that by beating us tonight, they go above us in points. And I think we're going to be faced with a tremendously difficult game tonight. So confidence is there. We feel that we can beat any team in the league if our minds are right. I think the talent on this team has to be as deep as anybody's in the league. And so we're confident, but we know it's going to be a tough game.
Now, any new injuries or any problems out of last game?
John Ball had a slight contusion on the top of his foot. Kirk had Wilson had the cleats break down his shin, but that's dissipated very quickly. He practiced fine yesterday. John Ball's a little sore, but John's a warrior. He ain't gonna stay out with a bruised foot.
You're expecting your roster to remain pretty much the same then?
The roster will be exactly the same tonight. John Steele will be the guy that doesn't suit because of the 6th foreign player issue. So we'll again have 17 players on the roster.
Now, you mentioned you were talking a little bit about Seattle and a tough outing tonight. What do you know about them? What's the strong point for Seattle? What's made them so good?
I think continuity. They've in their history, as an A-League team, they're a little bit like Rochester in so much that they've got a lot of guys that've been here a long time. And still, in the main, very capable players, and that brings a lot of experience. There's 6 players, I think, that have been with the club at least for the last 6 years. They've got firepower with Welton up front, pace and ability with Welton, the Brazilian who played the MLS. Their goalkeeping's good. One goal in 6 games, and league finalists last year with Montreal. The record they got so far this season, it just indicates that they're a very, very good side, and I don't think you can really point to a major weakness in their team like you can with a lot of teams in the league. There's always seems to be an area where you can get at teams. They're very strong, very big and physical, and they do have some strengths in their midfield and offensive threat. So, I'm sure they're talking the same way about us. So we want to continue the run. We want to win tonight and take ourselves into second place. Hopefully maybe get enough goals to take us to two goals a game. I think we're almost there right now, 19 goals in 10 games. And if we don't give up a goal, we'll be 11 goals against in 11 games, which is right on track for a championship. 2 goals a game and 1 against. If you go that whole season, you're going to win the league.
Now, this game you've got to watch from afar, is that right?
I think it will be afar from what I hear about this stadium, probably about 3 miles in the sky. I got to go up to the press box. I'll be in the locker room right until the national anthems, and then I got to go upstairs. I'm not allowed to use secret devices and all that sort of stuff, but can't come down at half time, so I've got to leave that to Willie and the experienced boys. And I will be back down, hopefully to congratulate the guys at the end. It's going to be. Obviously, it's not what I really wanted, but I've often thought that, and I've done this actually in my coaching career when I was coaching in the North American Soccer League. I was the assistant coach at California Surf, and the head coach used to go upstairs for the first half and analyze the game and see what their strategy was, which obviously you can see a lot better from above than you can sitting on the worst seat in the house, the bench. So it's good and bad, I mean, really all the league is taking away from you is the 10 minutes at half time. So, I'll probably be using sign language or something up there. Will put his binoculars on us.
Coach Murray Callaway. So tonight's game between the Rhinos and the Seattle Sounders getting underway in just a few moments at Quest Field in Seattle. And this is Raging Rhino Soccer on Fickle 93.3 FM.
Hey fans, World Gym Rochester is the official strength and conditioning facility for your Rochester Rhinos, Rattler, Nighthawks, and Amerks. World Gym Rochester is proud to offer personal training packages tailored especially to your needs, including Apex A5 component system that assures you results. The Apex system is customized for you and your needs. Lose weight, improve your health, or just get in better shape. World Gym Rochester and Apex can help you reach your goal. Fun, high-energy group exercise classes like Rep Reebok are offered so you can work out with friends. Spinning, yoga, and Pilates are also great ways to work out and release stress and tension. And to make it more convenient, World Gym Rochester now offers a newly expanded child care hour. For more information, please stop by the gym at 1717 East Avenue, just west of the East Avenue and Whitten Road intersection, or call 271-0440. That's 271-0440.
Once again at Quest Stadium, Quest Field here in Seattle, where it is a beautiful evening for soccer. The clouds off to the east of us still, but looks like sun shining from the west. However, there's enough of a roof that the field is entirely in shadow, so no sun shining on the field except maybe a little strip across where the players' benches are on the opposite side of the field. Checking the lineup tonight, first of all, for the home team, and that being the Seattle Sounders, Preston Burpo in goal. And Burpo coming in with a 4-0-2 record on the season, so he's unbeaten in 6 games and has allowed only 1 goal in 6 games. He had a 5-game shutout string. Stopped last game. He gave up a goal last game and has a 0.17 goals against average coming into tonight. That's ridiculous. Preston Burpo in goal for the Seattle Sounders. And the defensive row, it'll include Taylor Graham, Ryan Edwards, Billy Sleeth, and Scott Jenkins. Through the midfield, Kevin Sakuda, Ben Somoza, Roger Levesque, and Jake Sagar. And then up front, Franklin Chacon, and it's Welton, the other forward for the Seattle Sounders. Same lineup as last game for the Rhinos. In goal, starting out Scott Bello. as he enters this one with a 4.40 record of 1.00 goals against average. Ballow's goals against average has been coming down also. Through the defensive row, it'll be Frankie Sanfilippo, Jason Perry, Scott Schweitzer, and Billy Sedgwick. The midfielders, John Ball, Rene Rivas, Pato Aguilera, and Kurt Wilson. And then the forwards will be Jonathan Bolanos and Mauro Carabayal. As the Rhinos are shooting in the net to my right, Burpo kicks it away outside of his 10 and outside the box all the way to midfield on the near wing. It's off of Chacon and out. And a throw in on the near side of the field for the Rhinos just across the midfield line. Rochester wearing the dark green uniforms tonight. And the home team, the Sounders, mostly in white with blue shorts. And the ball is out near midfield. Rivas in the middle drops it back into the center circle. Sedgwick taking it to the midfield line. He'll feed it off to his right for Schweitzer. Still his own side of midfield. Chips a pass ahead for Pato. Spins it across midfield and a pass forward. Bolanos one touch on the ball, but that's knocked away and recovered by the Sounders. Top to right wing, Chacon. In behind. Chasing him is Sedgwick. Moving into the box. At the far end, Chacon will give it across in front. Sticks it along the 6 shot. And squirts through and out the near side. As after the ball, moving in was Sagar. And I don't know if he touched it or not, but it came out the near wing and out. So a miss. On a nice feed by Chacon, and a great opportunity for the Sounders. Couldn't quite finish. On the near wing, they're indicating a throw-in. Off on the right wing side for the Rhinos, it'll be a throw-in for Rochester. And Sanfilippo moving over for the throw-in. Referee for this game is Lawrence Rodriguez, and his assistant, Scott Lawrence, and Mark Matthews, and then the fourth official is Corey Dean. Ball played out to near midfield, where it's recovered by the Sounders. In the middle, taken by Edwards. His own side of midfield, rolls it off on the near wing, and after it goes Graham. Off the left wing, approaching midfield. Takes a look downfield and rolls it across the midfield line, but knocked away. And on the near side, unable to get to it once again is Sagar. The ball out of bounds. That deflected away by the Rhinos, and also the throw-in for the Sounders. Rolls to the corner. Chacon as he's double-teamed. Pass, but that's blocked away and out of bounds. And it'll be a throw-in on the near side, deep in the corner for the Sounders once again. And moving up for the throw-in is Scott Jenkins. Long throw-in from, caught it 10 yards out on the left wing side for the Sounders. And they're deep in Rhino territory once again. Here's the throw-in short into the box, and it's out over the end line, and this will be a goal kick for the Rhinos. Ballo up with the ball. Ballo coming in with a 4-0 record in the season, a 1.00 goals against average, so he's back to the 500 mark for the year. Ballo placing the ball into 6. Of course, the home of the Seattle Seahawks of the National Football League. Beautiful stadium. And they don't want to mess it up by putting people in the stands, so it's very quiet here tonight. They've allowed a couple of people to sit in the stands, but I'll tell you what, it's bleak. There aren't very many people here tonight, folks. As the ball is inside the 18, grabbed by Ballo, throws it off on the left wing side, and it's carried away by Sedgwick. Off the wing, Sedgwick gets it right back and a return pass across midfield along the midfield line. It's Pato all the way out on the right wing side, chased down by Ball, but off his shoulder. I call a handball on it, and so it'll be whistled down and a restart for the Sounders from their own 35. Just getting underway. We're in the 4th minute. No score between the Rhinos and Sounders, and the ball brought away. It's a long chip across midfield by Edwards. Over the far wing, but Sedgwick gets back to it for the Rhinos to hit it aside. Pato nods it towards the center circle for Rivas. He'll touch it to the outside of the near wing for Sanfilippo. Drops it back in the middle to his 25 for Perry, and no long up the left wing side. It's across midfield and tracked down once again by the Sounders. In the middle for Edwards. Rolls it to the outside of the near wing for Jenkins. He takes a look downfield. Pass hit, but headed away at the midfield line by Sanfilippo. Slips it off on the near side, and the ball out of bounds, and that off of Sakuda of the Sounders, so a throw-in for the Rhinos. Quick throw-in ball, giving it off to Carabayal on a pass up the wing, but it's deflected away and out over the end line, and this will be a goal kick for the Sounders. Seattle Sounders goal kick. Sponsors of these broadcasts all season long include the Soccer Report. Tuesdays at 6:30 on WISL 1040 AM. By the World Gym, the official strength training facility of the Rochester Sports Group at 1717 East Avenue. By Connolly Printing, turn your printing nightmares into creative dreams. Call 426-4150. And by Tony's Collision, the finest workmanship is guaranteed. Trust in Tony's for all your auto body needs. Whited across midfield, down to the 35. Carabayal in underneath it, gets tangled up with Edwards. Continuing on, Carabayal a roller in, but wide left of the net. Out over the end line, and another goal kick. Or evidently it was tipped by Seattle. It's out, so over the end line, it creates a corner kick for the Rhinos, first corner of the match.
This off the left wing side. Pato moving over for the corner kick. And Bolanos, the former Seattle Sounder, will move over. We'll see what they'll do here. Bolanos playing here last year for the Sounders as we await a ball boy to get a ball in. Still no score, 6th minute at Quest Stadium. Quest Field here in Seattle. Off the left wing side. Pato, right-footed kicker, and in-swinging kick. Takes a look toward the middle, and here's the delivery. High into the box, backdoor side, head ball comes out the near end of the box, and after it goes Sedgwick, stops it at the near touch line, looking for it across, has it deep in the right wing corner, spins back with the ball, throws it out to around the 25 for Wilson. As he's turned back, being challenged there, chips it ahead up the wing and to the end line, but as Sedgwick is blocked away from the ball, it's out over the end line, so it'll be a goal kick for the Sounders. Seattle very stingy in giving up goals. They lead the league in fewest goals this season, having given up only 3, and they gave up 2 of those in their first game of the year. They lost here to Portland 2-1 in game 1, but have not lost since, with 4 wins and 2 ties in the last 6 games. And again, they gave up 2 goals in that game. They've only given up 1 goal since, and that was their last game here against Virginia Beach. The ball out of bounds on the near side off of the Sounders, so a throw in at midfield for the Rhinos. Sanfilippo stepping up for the throw-in. Ball the near wing to Carbajal, drops it off. As Bolanos moving in, slides in under the ball, but he's taken down, and up with it is Wilson. On the near side, back along the near touch line, Sanfilippo to midfield. Rivas, return pass to Sanfilippo, drops it back, round to his 35 for Perry. He'll drive it cross field, out on the far side of midfield. Back on the ball is John Ball, drops it off for Sedgwick, and then he just hammers it downfield, but that was up into the stands and out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in near midfield. On the far side for the Sounders in Seattle, having outscored their opponents so far this year 7-3, and they've given up only 1 goal in the last 6 games, had a string of 5 straight shutouts for Preston Purple and the Seattle Sounders. 5 shutouts in a row. Wow. Tackle on the far end of the box, knocked away. That's picked up now, ball away with it for the Rhinos as he's bumped from behind, turns back, and then he's bumped again, taken down and pushed out of bounds with the ball off of Somoza now, so it'll be a throw-in for the Rhinos on the left wing side. Sedgwick moving up to throw in across midfield. Headed back to the midfield line, but out of bounds on the far side, and this time the throw-in for the Rhinos from the midfield line. Sedgwick long up the left wing side as that one rolling through and down near the end line, played inside the box for the keeper, and Burple will first time it away to the center circle. Rivas back, heads it forward. Pato chasing, but couldn't get to it. On the near wing, Sigar will send a floater downfield, and unable to get underneath it is Welton, the ball out of bounds off of the Rhinos, so it'll be a throw-in on the near side for the Sounders. 25 yards out off the left wing side. Jenkins, the defender, moving up for the throw-in. At the near end of the box, off to Welton. Leaks a pass ahead. Sigar back to the outside. Jenkins drops it out to around the 30, and Sakuda taking it there. He'll flip a high one deep to the corner, but that's headed up in the air by Sanfilippo. On the near touchline, played back in the middle. Sakuda, again, another chip forward. Knocked away, back heel by Wilson, giving it off to Pato, and head ball finally underneath of Sanfilippo, able to pop it up in the air and out of midfield. Foul is being called. That on Carbajal as he bumped Edwards going for the ball, and so the foul is called. A restart for the Sounders at the midfield line. We're in the 9th minute here in Seattle and no score between the Rhinos and Sounders. First of 2 meetings this year between the two teams. At the midfield circle, then a pass ahead. Drop back again. Seattle side of midfield. Edwards plays it to the outside of the far wing for Billy Sleeth. Along up the right wing side where it's headed away and out of bounds. Throw in for the Rhinos down around their, or rather for the Sounders, down around the Rochester 18 on the far side of the field. Moving over for the throw in. Looks like it'll be Somoza. And Somoza backing up, long run. Here's the throw-in. Down inside the 18, headed away by Rivas, but another head ball back in, and Rivas this time will volley it away out near midfield, and Pato chips it out across the midfield line. A battle for it there. Back, Carbajal battling Jenkins, settles the ball to feet, drops it off, and it's overrun by Wilson and taken away by the Sounders. Through midfield, Sagar's pass knocked away by Schweitzer, intercepts, and the Rhinos have it back. On the near side, Rivas, long up the right side. Carbajal chasing it down along the near touchline. Ball rolling to the end line, and Graham will play it down inside the 18 to Burpo. Rolls it out on the near wing for Jenkins. Turns it ahead, hot on his heels, Wilson, and Jenkins just drives it through out of bounds, so a throw it on the near side for the Rhinos. from around the Seattle 35. Rhinos finishing up their 2-game West trip road swing here tonight. Playing last Saturday in Portland, then here tonight. Returning home next Saturday night. Saturday night coming up, the Rhinos at home against the Charleston Battery. Charleston, a team that's been playing pretty well lately. And the Rhinos will have to be at their best when they take on the Battery Saturday night at Frontier Field. As for it, intercepted by Wilson, takes it away, but then it bounced away off San Filippo and out. Throw in for the Sounders from their own 30 on the near side. Going to be taken by the defender, Scott Jenkins. Long up the left wing side and across midfield, checking back. He is San Filippo, plays it all the way down inside of his box to Vallo. As he's pressured there, Vallo with the right foot. Drives it out to midfield, but it's headed forward on the near side once again. And the Rhinos wanting to see an offside call, but no call is made. The ball played out to midfield. Balanas rolls it into the center circle. Pato up the left wing side. Running onto the ball. Ball draws it forward to the far end of the 18. As he's watched there by Sleeth. Ball turns it back in the middle, looking for a cross. Rolls out top of the 18 and carried away by Sagar. Rivas in and a collision there. They both go down. The ball is out the center circle, and the Rhinos have it again. Schweitzer out the right wing side. It's Wilson at the 20. Dumps it down into the box, but picked up on one hop by Burpo. Throws it ahead out near midfield for Chacon. As he's challenged from behind, taken away by Schweitzer, drops it off, and Sedgwick rolls it back to the keeper. That'll stopping it just outside of his 18, and he'll pass it up the near wing for San Filippo. Into the middle. Otto, one touch ahead across midfield. Carnabayal settles the ball, and then it's booted high in the air by Edwards. Out of the far wing, underneath it, as they challenge to the ball, is Somoza and Sedgwick, and they both go down. The foul is called on Billy Sedgwick. Restart for the Sounders just across midfield in Rhino territory. 12th minute and no score from Seattle between the Rhinos and Sounders. Slate for the restart. Is at midfield on the right wing side. Long chip down inside the 18. That's headed by San Filippo in the air. Comes out the near end of the box. Settled off the toe of Taylor, turning back or make that Cigar, and he'll drop it out top for Jenkins. Ball the near wing, Jenkins. Up puts it up the near wing. Cigar challenged there by Wilson. Ball knocked away back to midfield and recovered by Jenkins once again. The defender for Seattle with the ball chips it ahead. And it's nodded away by the Rhinos out of the near side. Picked up again. Cigar up the left wing, giving it off to Chacon. Near the end line as they battle for the ball in the corner, and it's blocked away and out of bounds by Perry. And it'll be a corner kick. A corner kick for the Sounders. First corner of the match for Seattle. It'll be taken off the left wing side. 13th minute and no score. Trying to pick up the number of the player. Looks like maybe 21 Somoza. Right-footed kicker, an in-swinging kick. This off the left wing side. Low into the box. Headed away out the near end of the box once again by Carnabayal. And underneath it, Somoza stops at near touchline. Yes, he tried to draw it back under him, but pulled it out of bounds. So a throw in on the near side for the Rhinos from around their own 15. Still no score. San Filippo actually moving over for the throw in as he gets the ball from Kirk Wilson. On the near side. Throw in. As it's headed in the air underneath of Wilson, he'll nod it back into the middle. And Welton trying to knock it loose as he settles the ball to play down on the far side and moving up his sleeve at the far end of the 18. One-on-one with Sedgwick. Here's a chip along the 18, but it's then headed away by Rivas. Moving underneath of Bolanos. Can't get away, and it's recovered once again by the Sounders. Seattle's actually had fairly good ball control thus far in the game, although I don't credit them with a shot as of yet. Back near midfield where it's taken by Jenkins, rolls it along in the middle, and then it's Sakuda to touch it all the way back to his central defender, that being Taylor Graham. Has it in front of his 18. Being watched by Carbayal, he'll pass it off on the far side. Away with it. Edwards across midfield, sneaking through, but stepping in. Sedgwick for the Rhinos takes it away to the center circle for Wilson. As he looks around, Jenkins watching him. Wilson fast to the outside of the far side, taken by Pato across midfield. Pato rolls it forward. Bolanos up the left wing, looking for a through ball. As it is tied up and taken away momentarily, comes loose again and recovered by the Sounders. At around the 35, Sakuda plays it to the far wing. Drop back, Sakuda gets it again, long up the right wing side, getting a foot on it, and knocking away into the stands is Schweitzer. And so a throw in for the Sounders from around the Rochester 35 on the far side of the field. No score. We're in the 15th minute in Seattle. And the Rhinos are at home next Saturday against the Charleston Battery, and then Monday, the friendly against an MLS team, the Metro Stars, coming to Frontier Field. That's on Monday, the 27th. Throw in off the right wing. Long into the box. That one is headed out the near side, and it'll be rolling out of bounds on the near side. Throw in for the Sounders. Sagar looks like he's going to take the throw in, or is he going to leave it there? He'll leave it there, and Jenkins will move up for the throw in. It's off the left wing side from 15 yards out. Throw in, short into the box. Flick on a tip, but it's knocked down up in the air and punched up over top of the net by Vallow. That off of Vallow and out, so a corner kick for the Sounders. Actually headed by a Rochester player first and popped up in the air. Vallow just had to tip it over top of the crossbar. Corner kick once again off the left wing side to be taken by Ben Somoza. Flag fell down. He'll pick it up again, and it falls down again. Somoza serves it to the back post. That is headed back toward the middle, and up in the air along the end line to grab it, pull it down is Vallow. So comes away with the ball and throws it off on the left wing side. Wilson after it, watching him. Is Sagar. Wilson's cross. Gets the ball through. Couple of bounces down to the 18. Then it's kicked away into the stands on the near side by the defender Jenkins. So a throw in along the near wing for the Rhinos. Milano's moving up for the throw in. Goes short in the throw in. The ball on the near wing at the 18. Looking for the cross. Deflected away. Down around the 10. Out to pick it up and actually pounce on the ball is Burple. And Carabayal was right there. Congratulations going out to John Shakiris and his wife on the birth of their son, their firstborn. I understand, 7'4" and 19 inches. And congratulations to Sean, who's not along on the trip. Remain back in Rochester for the birth of his child. That's great news. Across midfield, out of the near wing, back to the midfield line as they get tied up again, and a foul is called on the Rhinos, so it'll be a restart for the Sounders along the midfield line. Jenkins rolls it forward. Welton into Rhino territory, but knocked away by ball. Comes out of the near wing. Another throw-in on the near side for the Sounders. 18th minute from Seattle, no score. There's the throw into Welton. As it is then kicked aside up the near wing and brought away by the Sounders. Moving in on the ball. That's knocked away by Perry and taken down by Welton. Moves out top around the 25, and he'll try the right wing side to Chacon. On him is Wilson. Chacon trying to draw it back in front, but Pato takes it away. Rhinos have the ball. Through the middle for Bolanos. Tips it ahead to the midfield line for Carbayal. Checking back. Drops it off for Rivas in the center circle. He'll roll it along the midfield line to Pato. Long up the right wing side. Getting to it is Sagar. Pounds it in the air, but shanks it off his foot. Up in the air. Comes down around the 18. Settled by Carbayal at the 18-yard line. Double team. Trying to get loose. Ball is loose. But there's Purple. First time it away out across midfield. High floater. Headed aside by Perry. Comes out of the near wing and brought forward by San Filippo to the midfield circle. Giving it off to Pato. Tries the left wing. Cedric at the midfield line. Ahead down to the 35 for Wilson. Turns back in the middle trying to get away, but it's knocked off his foot and out. Oh, I thought that was off of Sleeth of the Sounders. However, the call goes the way of the Sounders. Throw in back to the midfield line. A collision there, and a foul is called on Seattle. So it'll be a restart for the Rhinos at the midfield line. Willie Fitzpatrick, the bench coach tonight, as Coach Laurie Calloway is not available for tonight. Not available, that is, at the decision of the USL League. As they invited him to sit in the stands tonight. Okay, you can watch this one. There's something extra to say to the referee, or actually I think it was the fourth official last game. Back at midfield, Rochester player Pato was down, slow to get up, and now he is up. And it's taken away by Bolanos. Seattle side of midfield, sneaks a pass through to Carbayal. Rivas one touch ahead. Wilson trying to get to it down inside the 18. A battle there for the ball, popped up in the air, and that's wide and out over the end line. A goal kick for the Sounders. Wilson was being blocked off the ball, couldn't get by, but was able to get his foot in behind and kicked it high but wide of the net. Other sponsors of these broadcasts tonight include Gallo and Iacovangelo, a full-service law firm, 454-7145, or online at gallolaw.com. Best Volvo, Rochester's exclusive Volvo dealer at 1500 University Avenue. By Tire World at 2049 Empire Boulevard in Webster. All of those are sponsors of these broadcasts tonight and all season long. Long downfield into Rhino territory. At the 18, Sanfilippo heads it in the air. There it's flicked away by Perry. Coming out around the 20, nodded forward by Rivas, and that's taken back by the Sounders. Off on the right side. Sleeve passing to the outside along the far wing, trying to get away. Somoza knocked away by Sedgwick and out. So it'll be a throw-in on the far side for the Sounders. That from about 25 yards out, off the right wing side. And it looks like it's going to be a long throw, long run anyway. There's the throw-in. Down inside, that's at the 6th knockdown. Comes out to around the 18, the near corner of the box, where it's chased down by Sagar. Look for a pass. Blocked away by Wilson. Out on the near side, or Sanfilippo rather. And he chases for the ball. Jenkins knocked it away and out. And that off of Jenkins, so a throw-in for the Rhinos, their own side of midfield. No score. 21st minute. Throw in right at the midfield line. Drives midfield on the near side. Throw into Carabayal. Pass in the middle. Ball and stumbles the ball, and it's knocked down to the center circle. It's sliding in Pato, and he wipes out Chacon as he does. And the referee over quickly to have a word with Pato. Scolding, a verbal warning. Center circle, the restart for the Sounders. To take the kick is the defender, Ryan Edwards. Takes a look downfield. Edwards with the right foot. All the way along the near side. The one floated over top of everybody and out in the corner. Throw in deep in the corner for the Rhinos. Left wing side, or make that right wing side for the Rhinos. And Jason Perry will move over for the throw in. So at the moment, the Rhinos are deep in their own territory. Perry looks for the throw in. Long along the near side. Looked back to midfield and played into the middle by Edwards. For Sleeth with the right foot, pops up in the air down to the Rhino 18. His Perry is there to head it away, and Rivas flicks it off to Sanfilippo. He'll first time body kick out to midfield. As it pops up in the air, comes down along the midfield line and on the near side. That's kicked forward. Rivas heads it away again. Ball with a nod to Sanfilippo and across midfield. Backheel by Carabayal. At midfield, but recovered by the Sounders. Rivas steps in the way and is taken away by Carabayal across midfield for Bolanos. Looking for the return pass, but he's knocked away off of his foot and recovered by the Sounders. Rhinos having a lot of problems getting loose from Seattle. They just seem to be in the way all the time. Out of the near wing, Welton at midfield drops it back. Jenkins tips it toward the middle. Sakuda works toward the center circle and a pass along his own 40 on the far side for Sleeth. Out the right wing, approaching midfield. Pass back in the center circle. Drops off for Sakuda. Pass out of the near wing, but that one inflated over top of Welton and out of bounds. Throw in on the near side for the Rhinos. Don't forget, for information on this summer's Rhino soccer camps, log on to rhinosyouthsoccer.com. Camps are for kids aged 5 to 18 starting in July, so get signed up right away for soccer camps. Right by the Rhinos. Right midfield. Bolanos trying to sneak away as he's pulled down by Sakuda, so a foul is called, and it'll be a restart for the Rhinos from the Seattle 40. Pato. For the restart, long up the left wing side, moving into the far end of the box is Sedgwick, but that's headed up in the air, trying to get in underneath it, headed away in the far side and into the stands off of Edwards. So it'll be a throw in for the Rhinos, 25 yards out on the far side of the field. Billy Sedgwick moving over for the throw in. Goes short to Pato. Turning back, drops it into the center circle. Moving up, Perry has to head it quickly across midfield. Ball one touch, giving it off to Rivas in the middle, working forward. Through ball to Wilson. Turning back. Return pass to Rivas, but picked off and carried away by the Sounders. To the center circle. Graham on the near wing as Levesque will pass across midfield up the left wing. Welton. He gets to it in time. Evidently did along the near touchline. Keeps it in. Cross to the far end of the box. Floating through. Here's the ball is knocked down off the right foot of Somoza and played away by Sedgwick. All right, Levesque played the ball a few moments ago. I think that's the first time I've mentioned his name in the game, and he's their leading scorer with 3 goals. Back into the center circle, pass off to Pato. Giving it to Rivas, approaching midfield, but picked off his foot and taken away by the Sounders. Levesque up the left wing, ahead for Welton. Moves it down the near end of the 18. There's another cross attempt to the back door. Headed away and out. That settled out top. Now on the 18. Picked up a left-footed rolling shot in, blocked away by Rivas. Up in the air. And Perry. Well, he missed on the head ball. It comes out the near end of the box. Headed away by Sanfilippo, and it rolls out of bounds. Throw in for the Sounders. around the Rochester 20 on the near side of the field. And Seattle applying a little pressure here now. Rhinos getting caught up in their own end. Still no score. 25th minute here at Quest Field. On the near side, trying to sneak through Jenkins. Taken away by Sanfilippo. It's Rivas, the near end of the 18, pass up the right wing, and ball then sends it out to midfield for Carabello. Into the center circle for Bolanos. One touch to the outside, but nobody's there for the Rhinos, and that rolls out of bounds. Throw in on the near side for Seattle. Throw in at midfield. At the midfield line, carried forward, chipped up the left wing side, but headed away by Perry. Underneath it, again the Sounders headed forward, but that's headed away this time by Schweitzer. Welton in underneath it. A little bit of a volleyball game going on right now as the ball is pulled out on the near side. Bolanos dropping it back. Sanfilippo puts it away off the leg of the Seattle player it out, so a throw in for the Rhinos from their own 25 on the near side of the field. 26 minutes, no score. Under many shots at this point. Unofficially, I have one shot for each club. And again, unofficially. Throw in across midfield. As Carabello is pushed from behind, the foul is called. So it'll be a free kick for the Rhinos from the midfield line. On the midfield line, into the center circle for Pato. Goes out to the left wing to the far side of the field. Sedgwick back toward the middle for Schweitzer. Rolls it off on the near side. Sanfilippo as they play catch along the defensive row. To Perry in the middle once again to Schweitzer. To the outside on the left wing for Sedgwick. Pressuring him now, Somoza, and a pass across midfield for Wilson. Drops it along the midfield line where it's taken by Pato. All the way out on the near side. Ball across midfield. Able to settle the ball off his chest. Looking for the through ball. Out inside. And behind his Carabello. They whistle it down. And Carabello puts it under the crossbar. It's an offside. What a great shot that was. Carabello didn't know the offside flag was in the air. He took a shot. Put it off the crossbar. Down the net, but it will not count as the Rhinos are offside. Nice through ball. And Burpo with the kick will send it away. Ahead for Taylor. Out to his 35. Now long up the right wing. Underneath it. All knocked down by Perry in his own 20. And now he sends it out to the center circle. That's Pato to chip it across midfield and turning back to the Sounders. 28th minute, no score. Back for Jenkins. Scott Jenkins, 30-year-old from Redmond, Washington. A suburb of the Seattle area. Across midfield to Welton. In the middle where it's recovered by the Rhinos. Rivas pass to the middle, but that was sneaking by Pato, and it's picked up Somoza of the Sounders to the outside of the right wing and moving up, overlapping and Sleet on the right side. Carries it down to the Rochester 20, the far end of the 18. Now double teamed, looking for a cross, hits the leg of Sedgwick and knocked away by Pato, and he'll spin it out to the center circle. Bolanos touching a pass off Carabello, right back to Bolanos. Looking for the through ball, sneaks it through, has trying to get away Carabello, but then it's kicked by Taylor back to the keeper. And Burpo plays it up the far end of the 18, but in the middle, stepping in to intercept his ball. Deflect to the side in the center circle. Chased down by Rivas along the midfield line. To the outside of the near wing, right back to Rivas from Sanfilippo. Into the center circle, giving it to Schweitzer. As he looks to the left, pass ahead, Sedgwick moving up and across midfield. Into Seattle territory. Sedgwick giving it off to Kirk Wilson. Spinning around now with the right foot, drives it through the center circle to the near side for Rivas. Pass ahead at the 35 ball, giving it off to Bolanos. The Rhinos very methodically working it upfield, looking for the pass ahead to Carabello, knocked down, and Wilson is called in the foul as he grabbed onto Sleet, so it'll be a free kick for the Sounders from their own 20. 29th minute in Seattle and no score. Gorgeous night. Beautiful weather. Rain, actually quite a bit of rain earlier this afternoon for about a half hour or 45 minutes. The usual daily cleansing here in Seattle. Came down pretty good, but since then has been just a gorgeous evening. Popped up in the air and around the 20. Underneath it, Sedgwick being chased by Chacon, and Sedgwick then will send it out across the touchline on the far side, throwing out near midfield for the Sounders. Throw it intercepted by Wilson. Nobody else can get to it except the Sounders at the midfield line. We're taken by Edwards. Cross to the outside of the near wing. Headed ball up in the air. That's a pass ahead for Welton. Gets spun around and it's taken away by Perry. Nice job there. And along the near wing, it's Rivas recovering the ball for the Rhinos. Rene Rivas dropping it back to his 20. Sanfilippo rolling in the middle for Perry along his 18. Takes a look around, turns. Pass back to the outside. On the near wing, where it's taken by Sanfilippo. On the right wing side across midfield. Headed away by the Sounders on the near wing. And Cigar His pass forward, Welton stumbled and went down, and a offside flag is called, offside against the Sounders. So the Rhinos will have the free kick from their own 35, a little bit to the right of center. 30th minute, no score. Rhinos at home Saturday night against the Charleston Battery. 8:05 kickoff. Remember that, 8:05 kickoff on Saturday night against the Charleston Battery. Rhinos back home finally. Here's the ball, flighted by Battle through midfield, but headed right back to the center circle. It's picked up by Welton, skips under his foot, comes out of the near wing. Welton then taken away by Perry, and the Rhinos have it back. At midfield, they hit for Rivas, seeking the ball ahead for Bolanos, turning back in the midfield circle. To the outside, but stepping in the way is Chacon, and the ball recovered by the Sounders. On the 35, where it's picked up once again by Sleeth, back in the middle, giving it off to Edwards, and he'll roll it to the near wing for Jenkins. With the left foot, cross midfield for Welton. Challenged there by Perry, and a pass into the center circle, and the Rhinos take it away. It's Pato to the outside on the left wing. Sedgwick across the midfield line, dropping it back for Pato. As he's double teamed, sneaks a pass into the center circle. Rivas drops it back. Schweitzer with it there, long up the left wing side. Trying to get underneath it, Sedgwick, but it's too far ahead, and nodded by Sleeth back into his keeper, inside of his 18. Burpo takes it there. Preston Burpo, a 6'2", 215, a 31-year-old from Bethesda, Maryland. Throws it off and a pass out to the 35. Dropped back by Levac and out on the near wing. Ahead with it on the left wing. Jenkins across midfield. As Perry steps in the way, knocks it away into the center circle. Sounders had it momentarily, but the Rhinos take it right back. Bolanos along the midfield line. Rolls it off to his left for Pato, turning to get away from Somoza. In the center circle as he fell, able to pass it off on the near wing of the midfield line for Sanfilippo. Was barely able to keep it in along the near touchline, but headed back out top, and Rivas takes it there. Seattle side of midfield. Cross to the outside on the left wing to Sedgwick. Looks downfield. Sedgwick still has it with the right foot. Through ball on the right wing side. Moving inside. Ball. Oh, he mishandled it. Couldn't quite take the pass. It rolled off his leg and out over the end line. Otherwise, ball was in and almost gone to the races. Goal kick for the Sounders. And sponsors of these broadcasts include Tonal Tan. Don't settle for half a tan. Get a Tonal Tan. Located in Penfield, Gates, and Grace. By Blueberry Hill Apartments. Come home to stress-free living. Call 889-7250. And by Moliere Chevrolet Buick. West Main Street in Honeoye Falls, or online at Moliere.com. Cross midfield, headed to the outside of the near wing, and Sanfilippo heads it across midfield. It'll be flicked by Taylor all the way back down to his 18 for the keeper. Prep as Burpo has it there. Rolls it outside the box. 33rd minute here in Seattle. No score. Ball flighted downfield. Sedgwick heads it away. Back toward the midfield circle. Spinning around. Wilson up with the ball. Comes away. Hands it along his 35. Takes a look downfield. Being countered from behind. Does send it to the outside of the near wing for Sanfilippo. As he'll drop it off. Trading places with Pato. Turn looks back toward the middle. Cross to the outside on the left wing for Sedgwick. Moving up on the ball. Tipping it ahead. Bolanos across the midfield line. Sneaks a pass forward, but it's behind ball and recovered again by the Sounders. Through midfield, checking back. Welton chips it ahead, but in behind is Chacon. And offside against the Sounders. Restart for the Rhinos from their own 35. 34th minute here in Seattle, and no score. Saturday night, Rhinos hosting the Charleston Battery. First 5,000 fans receive a Rhinos player card, courtesy of MetLife and Quick Picks. Also, it's the Zweigel's Family 4-pack night. Listen to this, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, 4 tickets for $44. You cannot beat that anywhere. Call the Rhinos office to order tickets right away. That's all for Saturday night at Frontier Field with the Charleston Battery coming to town. And Greg Simmons, remember him? Simmons playing for the Battery. On the far side, Carbayal in underneath it, battling Sleeth for the ball. Has his jersey stretched out, and a foul is called. And then Sleeth looking at the referee like, what are you calling a foul on me for? Restart for the Rhinos from 20 yards out off the left wing side. Pato there for the kick. Players moving down inside the 18. Pato's right foot delivery into the box, but headed away by Jenkins. Out the near end of the 18 and chased down by Welton. As he'll then pop it up in the air on the near side, Segar. Drives it out to near midfield, and checking back for it goes Bolanos. Getting to it. Bolanos pass out to the midfield line, gets a return feed from Perry, and now on the left wing side, Downfield to Pato, up in the air, but bumped away from the ball, and it's recovered once again by the Sounders. In the middle, Sakuda. On him is Wilson, but Sakuda able to drop it back. Taken by Edwards, rolls a pass ahead to the midfield line, and checking back on the ball is Samosa. Drops it off. Edwards long up the right side, but it's over everybody. Rolling ball, rolling to near the end line. Chacon trying to get to it, and the foul is called on Chacon as he tried to pull, looks like Schweitzer away from the ball. So the foul is called, and a free kick for the Rhinos deep in the corner on the far side of the field. 36th minute, no score from Seattle's Westfield. And it'll be Vallo moving over to take the kick. Deep in the far corner. 6 yards out. Vallo with the right foot. Line drive kick. Sends it out into the center circle. Moving up on it, Taylor. For the Sounders, chips it along the near side. Right to Sanfilippo, and he'll head it across midfield. Back to recover Jenkins along the near wing. With the left foot, chips it through midfield. Welton off his chest settles the ball. Being watched there by Perry on the near wing. Tried to pass forward, or a foul is called on Welton, and the referee shows Welton how he had a hold of Perry's shorts. You can't do that, he says. 36 minutes and no score. In fact, not very many chances for either team. Now will come all the way out to take this kick from the 35. Placing the ball for the restart. Downer has played all but 2 games this season for the Rhinos in goal. Dusty Hudak playing the other. Downer with the right foot. Boots it all the way down to the 35 where it's headed up in the air, and on the far wing, pushed forward by Samosa. Checking back to take it away his ball. Drops it off his own side of midfield for Schweitzer. Rolls a pass ahead of the midfield line, but that's then bounced away from Pato on the far wing. Schweitzer stepping in. Puts it away out the foot of Welton and out to a throw in for the Rhinos. Quickly across midfield and the throw in to Bolanos. Back to the outside and a pass in the middle. Bolanos coming away. Sneaks the through ball. And inside the 18 and pouncing on it around his 10 is Burpo. As Carbayal was moving in on the right wing. Carbayal last game had a goal and an assist. And Bolanos had an assist in that game. They combined for 1, and actually I think Bolanos could have had another assist but didn't get it. Knocked down at midfield, and a foul is called on the Rhinos. So free kick at the midfield line for the Sounders. Referee over to talk to Bolanos, who was trying to delay the Sounders' quick restart. 38th minute now from Seattle, no score. Ball chipped upfield in the middle. Blocked away, and after it, Pato turning back to the ball on his 18. He'll spin with the right foot, sends it out on the near side. Pass up the left wing side, ahead down into Rochester's 18-yard box. The end line crossed by Welton in front, and then it's hammered away out of the box over the touchline by Schweitzer. So far this season, as the ball is played into the 18, the whistle is stopped play, and a foul is called on offside against the Sounders. Offside. So far this season, Seattle has been tied at the half in every game. They've been even at the half in every game this season. And that's 7 of them so far. Restart for the Rhinos. From around their own 15. Downer with the right foot. Sends it out through midfield. Carbayal as he's pushed off the ball by Jenkins. And it's recovered by the Sounders. Set up the near wing by Segar, but that's played aside by Perry on the near wing for Sanfilippo. Has it along the right wing side, near side. Delivery along the touchline. Rivas after it, but getting back first is Taylor. Turns it to the outside. Taylor then puts it away, but that's blocked by Rivas. Knocked up in the air and still inside play. And play goes on. Comes out of the near wing back to midfield. Segar, who's traded from Vancouver here, played a couple of games in Vancouver, puts it away out of bounds off of Pato. Jake Segar, 25-year-old from Yakima, Washington, played in Portland last year. He started out this year in Vancouver, played a couple of games, and they released him, so he ended up back here in Seattle. Jenkins for the throw-in. Goes on the throw-in, trying to get it through to Levesque. And off of Rivas up in the air. Rivas able to head it aside. Ball with a nod to Pato in the center circle. Bolanos giving it off to John Ball. At midfield, turning back, and now places to the outside of the left wing for Sedgwick with the right foot. Crossfield pass on the near side, but headed away by Jenkins. Picked up again by the Sounders. Segar with the left foot sends it across midfield, but that's sent away by San Filippo to the midfield line. Rivas has the ball. Rolls it into the middle. Ball, but skipped by his right foot and carried off now by the Sounders. On the far wing, underneath of his sleeve. We're in the 40th minute at Westfield here in Seattle. Play goes on. It's taken down hard with Pato, and they ball out to near midfield. There's still no score in this one. On the Seattle 25 into the middle. Dropped off there for Taylor. Pulls it forward, beginning to move upfield. Taylor Graham, that is 6'4", 190 pounds, taken down to midfield. And now we have the referee talking to Bolanos. He's being called over. It looks like Bolanos is going to receive the yellow, and he does. Bolanos in the book here in the 41st minute. First caution issued on the night. Restart for the Sounders at the midfield line. Ball placed, and the kick will be taken by Jenkins, the defender. No score, 41st minute. Jenkins with the left foot. Long chip down the far end of the 18. Up in the air, Vallow in a collision. Comes down with the ball. Colliding with, is that Somoza? And Somoza goes down to the pitch. He's holding on to his left arm. Ball played out to midfield. And taken by the Sounders. Somoza is up, and he's holding his arm down at his side. That usually indicates a shoulder injury. He's going to head, I think, over toward the bench, and he is hurt. Is that Somoza, or is that, who is that? No, that's Taylor. Taylor Graham, that is. Graham. As he goes over, and the way he's holding his arm, it would indicate maybe even a separated shoulder. And he's going right for the bench, assisted by the trainer. And they're tugging on his arm, so that could be shoulder or maybe elbow out of place. Anyway, he's off the pitch. And they're just weaving his arm around slowly, so I think it's his shoulder might have popped out. All right, so Taylor Graham back at midfield where ball is put back and now put out of play by Rivas. So it'll be a throw-in for the Sounders out around their own 10 on the near side of the field. Well, he's coming back on, still holding his arm against his left side. I don't know. I think I'd be playing the ball to him right at the moment to see how good he's going to be. But he's holding his left arm against his side. And when he was running, he was swinging his right arm, but not his left arm. So I think that's a problem still for him. Off on the near side, headed back to midfield. Touches it along the near side by Welton and out. And a couple of players up warming up for Seattle on the far side. And we'll see if they might not make a substitution for him. But I see Graham still holding his left arm against his side. And with his right hand, he's reaching up around the shoulder. It's got to be pretty sore. Throwing across midfield. On the near wing, as the ball is bicycled out of bounds on the near side by Edwards. So a throw in this time for the Rhinos down around the Seattle 40 on the near side. San Filippo for the throw in. Going up the right wing side, Carvajal near the end line. It's touching out over the end line. That off of Edwards. A corner kick for the Rhinos. Second corner of the night. Well, Graham is the key to this very strong defense. In the middle, the central defender at 6'4". Takes up a lot of territory. Kick off the right wing side. Looks like Bolanos, left-footed kicker, is going to deliver it. And does. Goes for the back post. Up in the air, but flicked out the far side along the 18 and then booted away. Underneath it around the 35 ball. Drops it back to the midfield line for Sedgwick. He'll chip it up the left wing side. Ball trying to get to it, but Edwards there for the Sounders. It volleys it high in the air out to around the 35 as they battle for the ball. It's knocked down. Perry giving it off to Wilson. Then he's bumped away, and the ball comes out to the center circle. Sedgwick again drives it ahead. Ball touching it. However, skipped away and recovered again by the Sounders. Past midfield is Somoza sent flying by Sedgwick. And a foul and a free kick for the Sounders at the midfield line. Approaching 45th minute. No score in Seattle at Westfield. Free kick for the Sounders. Just across midfield on the far side of the field. With the right foot. Delivered down to the 18. Headed up in the air. Comes out the near end, and the whistle blows, and a foul is called on Seattle. So it'll be a throw-in or rather a restart for the Rhinos. Other sponsors of these broadcasts, New York Lottery. You can't live the dream if you don't play the game. Personal Health Approach, Rochester's newest upscale health club, 3450 Winton Place. Call 232-8888. And by Golden Memories, the bus company that supports and transports the Rhinos. Call 723-1322. Free kick for the Rhinos from their own to 25. Donald will then chip it out through midfield. Coming down around the Sounder 35 and then headed back to the center circle. Touch to the outside along the near wing. 1 minute of stoppage time. 1 minute of additional time. Through ball, but it's scooped up at the 18 by Burpo. Throws it out of the far side as the Sounders have the ball. Somoza with the right foot will chip it out downfield. Long to the far corner. Schweitzer battling forward along with Chacon, and Chacon is taken down. And the foul is called. A free kick for the Sounders, just about 3 yards out, outside the far end of the 18. Dangerous play here. A very short corner kick. Clock is stopped at 45. A minute of additional time. And a golden opportunity right here for the Sounders. Chacon, left-footed kicker, in-swinging kick. Sets it up. Goes for the post and headed up in the air out over the end line. And off of Sanfilippo and out, so it'll be a corner kick for the Sounders. Off the near side of the field, the left wing side. Somoza, right-footed kicker, over the kick, an in-swinging kick. And here comes the service. Low in the box, hit it away. And out over the end line, and that is the whistle for the half. So we've completed a half here in Seattle. With no results as of yet, still anybody's game at the half. It's the Rochester Raging Rhinos, nothing. The Seattle Sounders, nothing. And this is Raging Rhino Soccer on Pickle 93.3 FM.
Make a game night this season into a game weekend with the Clarion Riverside Hotel, conveniently located in the heart of downtown Rochester near Frontier Field. Blue Cross Arena, restaurants, shopping, and more. The Clarion Riverside Hotel is offering sports fans a special $69 spectator rate. Call the sales office at 546-6400 for details. That's 546-6400. The Clarion Riverside Hotel, Main Street, downtown, right on the banks of the Genesee River, and just a free kick away from Frontier Field.
I'm Tom Rosati from Mallier Chevrolet Buick. You know, the guy who always says yes. Now with a lot more to say yes to. Mallier is Rochester's newest GM-certified used car dealer, with more than 200 General Motors certified used vehicles in stock. And with bumper-to-bumper warranty on these vehicles, you'll have the same peace of mind you have with a new car or truck. So take the short drive to Mallier in Honeoye Falls, or check us out at Mallier.com.
Mallier Chevrolet Buick, we always say yes.
Wouldn't it be great if every tool you bought were covered by a lifetime warranty? Chase Pitkin includes one at no charge with every tool purchase. If you're not completely satisfied, return any tool with your receipt and we'll repair it, replace it, or refund your money. And you'll find we carry a huge selection of tools from the best names. DeWalt, Porter Cable, Bosch, Delta, Stanley, and more. All at great prices. The lifetime tool warranty, only from Chase Pitkin.
Getting older can be a harrowing experience. Staying in shape just gets tougher. Why not join the downtown Harrow East Athletic Club? Memberships include aerobics, yoga, Pilates classes, whirlpools, sauna, indoor pool, squash, racquetball, 2 weight floors, cardio, indoor track, free parking, the list goes on. Don't give in, get tough. Join the Harrow East today, and they'll even waive the initiation fee. Call 546-1000. That's 546-1000, and we'll see you at the Harrow East.
From Quest Field here in Seattle, we've completed a half, but nothing decided as of yet between the Raging Rhinos and the Seattle Sounders, as it is scoreless through one half of play. And glad to have you folks along tonight. Very pleasant evening in Seattle and cloudy overhead, at least from what I can see. The stands on either side of the field are covered. The middle of the field is open up here at Quest Field, which of course is the home of the Seattle Sounders of the National Football League. It's really a major league stadium with a very small crowd on hand, or what looks like almost a trickle of fans on hand here for this game tonight. Time now for the Marina Dodge first half statistics. First half stats brought to you by Marina Dodge. Not a whole lot to talk about, only unofficial stats that are available at this point. I had one shot for each team, and that again unofficially one shot for each team, as There was a whole lot of action toward the midfield line, but not a whole lot toward the end of the field. And again, that unofficially one shot for each team. Corner kicks, Seattle 3, Rochester 2, and offsides, Rochester 1, and the Sounders 3 offsides. That's the only statistics that we have here on the Marina Dodge first half statistics, and so that's where we're at. All right, we're going to be hearing from the returning Rene Rivas, who has really helped the Rhinos turn this thing around this season. Rivas, had a chance to talk to him earlier today, so to listen to that conversation, stick with us. At the half, from Seattle, it is the Rochester Raging Rhinos scoreless, the Seattle Sounders scoreless. And again, this is Raging Rhino Soccer on Fickle 93.3 FM.
The Connolly Printing Company congratulates the Rochester Raging Rhinos on their 10th anniversary season. Just like the Rhinos, at Connolly Printing, they continue to strive for excellence. They've been serving Rochester for over 100 years, and their goal is meeting today's sophisticated printing demands head-on. Connolly Printing's technology and computer graphics, pressroom and bindery equipment, as well as their employees' expertise, will guarantee you're a satisfied, loyal customer well into the future, turning your printing nightmares into creative dreams. Connolly Printing. 426-4150.
Gallo and Iacovangelo is a full-service law firm that has been serving the Rochester area for over 30 years. The experienced attorneys at Gallo and Iacovangelo are uniquely qualified to represent you in a variety of areas. Whether you've been injured in an auto accident, need to draft a will, or are buying a house, Gallo and Iacovangelo provide you with the abilities of a large law firm, but give you the personal attention you'd expect from a smaller firm. Call them at 454-7145 or visit them online at gallolaw.com. Gallo and Iacovangelo. Progressive thought, traditional values, uncompromising strength.
Oh no, it sounds like that car needs some help. Take your car where the Rhinos have been taking theirs since 1996 to Tony's Collision, conveniently located at 270 Anderson Avenue in downtown Rochester, just minutes from the Park Ave area. Tony's Collision is family-owned and proud to celebrate their 40th year of providing quality collision repair. Their color match experts guarantee that your car will look like it came straight from the factory. Tony's Collision takes pride in their quality workmanship and the savings they pass on to their customers. They'll even work directly with your insurance company. When your car's been in an accident, don't settle for anything less. Trust in Tony's. Tony's Collision. Call 473-8776, 473-8776, or stop by 270 Anderson Avenue downtown.
Westfield in Seattle, scoreless at the half between the Rhinos and the Seattle Sounders. It is the first of two meetings this year between the two teams, and the next time they meet will be in Rochester on the 19th of July. July the 19th, they'll be playing. No, wait a minute. Check that. Yeah, July 15th in Rochester. That's July the 15th. The Sounders will be coming to Frontier Field in Rochester. All right, as I mentioned, I had an opportunity earlier today to talk for a little bit with the Rhino midfielder, Rene Rivas, who returned to the Rhinos after being gone several years. And I asked him that after he left Rochester, if he ever thought he would again be wearing a Rhinos uniform.
I never really feeling that way, because when I tried to come back, I feel some problems between Rochester and me in my way. In my way back, some rocks in the middle of the way, but I always have in my mind, we're looking for a chance to play Rochester again.
So you remember back to those days when you played here and enjoyed it, obviously, then, right?
Of course. Rochester became a very special city for me, because professional, and because I have a daughter in there, because it was the first year of the team, and we're building a nice team. They grow up, they never stop to grow up, and they just left the team. So when I come back to Syracuse, of course in my mind, well, I'm close to Rochester now, so I can prove I'm still in shape and can help these guys one more time. So, yeah, I always have in the back of my mind, Rochester, I have a special feeling for this city, for this organization.
Back to last year, was it strange playing against Rochester?
Yeah, it was weird. I remember the first time I played against Rochester, I scored a goal. I even feel like, doing my body after the goal, after the score, because I don't want to disrespect the people that support me here the first time I've been in USA. So it's kind of weird, because sometimes you feel part of the organization, even if you've never been even if you don't been around for so long, but you still feel part of that organization because you start to building something nice. We're good professionals, so I have to push for my team.
Yeah, you're gone for quite a few years. Do you notice much difference from when you were here before to now? Is it much different around at all?
Well, it's different because in the beginning, people, the owners of the team, they're not sure about a lot of things involve soccer and organization, and then we have to build them every day and every week, and after every game we have a lesson here to learn and to teach to the young players, even for the coach from Pat. Practice is one they learn with his career, because if I'm not wrong, it's the first time he's become a professional coach, sure. So now you join Rochester and you have everything ready waiting for you. You just have to got here, put your work in the field, because around the organization, everything is ready for you.
Go back to those years again when you were here before. Is there any one thing that stands out in your mind? One of your biggest memories about being in Rochester?
Well, my biggest memory was the first game in front of you. Even was the final. Was the first game in front of you against Montreal when it's the opening game, the first game there, and we was 2-0 down. And we come back to the game 3-2, and we have all that crowd. It was probably the most exciting game I played here in USA. It was the first game in Rochester.
When you left Rochester, where did you go? What all did you do between the time you got from Rochester up to, say, when you were in Syracuse?
I went to Portugal because they won my rights, and they want me back. And I went to Portugal. I played for 4 years and a half again in this team. Then I moved to the team, went to another team in Portugal, in Açores. Then I moved back to the other team, so I played for almost 8 years and back to Portugal again. And then I got a call to go to Atlanta because the coach is a Brazilian coach, and he played with me, against me in Brazil when I played for Botafogo. And he want to bring me here to help the team in Atlanta. And then Tommy knew about it, Tommy Turner. He talked to my brother. He got a new team in Syracuse. And then I decided to come to Syracuse to be close to Rochester. That's really happened. That's I have really in my mind when I decided why I didn't want to Atlanta was really because I want to be close to Rochester. I have friends there, you never know, I have a chance to play back. Close to Rochester, so I can keep in touch with people. So basically, I just come back to Portugal, spend all this time in Portugal, and come back to USA.
When you were playing in Portugal, the whole time were you thinking about, I want to go back to the States?
Oh yeah, a couple of times. I remember one year, I think 2000, Jeff DeVeronica called me there because he have rumors about they will back to Syracuse. I talked with fans. They still keep in touch with me, and they ask me if I want to come back. And, of course, I always say, yeah, I would like to come back to USA. I like to be in Rochester again. And we're talking about a couple, but, you're talking about, and then the season started, and Rochester started to win, and then, forget about it. But now it's, each year I have a call from somebody else, you will be back, you want to come back. Of course I want to come back, but it's not like that.
Yeah.
Talking with Rene Rivas, the Rhino midfielder, and a little bit about what happened to him when he left Rochester previously, and certainly a great addition back here in Rochester as he has really helped the Rhinos turn things around. It is still scoreless from Seattle at the half between the Rhinos and the Sounders, continuing momentarily. This is Raging Rhino Soccer on Fickle 93.3 FM.
The area's best used car selection is in your home. Log on to that'smyvision.com now and see nearly 1,500 new and used vehicles from all 5 Vision dealerships. Search Vision's used import and domestic cars, used trucks, Vision's used minivan. Find the perfect pre-owned SUV. 1,500 vehicles, all priced with huge online-only savings. Save even more with Vision's internet coupon and free oil changes for life. And get instant credit approval online. That'smyvision.com makes it easier than ever to...
We lead very busy lives these days. So many demands, so much stress. There's just not enough time to get everything done. Come home to stress-free apartment living. At Blueberry Hill, luxury and excellence are built right in. Amenities above and beyond other rental units are included. Concierge service is just a phone call away. Let them take care of you. Call 889-7250 and make an appointment and see why Blueberry Hill makes life worth living.
Hey fans, World Gym Rochester is the official strength and conditioning facility for your Rochester Rhinos, Rattler, Nighthawks, and Amerks. World Gym Rochester is proud to offer personal training packages tailored especially to your needs, including a 5-component system that assures you results. Fun, high-energy group exercise classes like Rep Reebok are offered so you can work out with friends. And to make it more convenient for you, World Gym Rochester now offers newly expanded child care hours. For more information, please stop by the gym, 1717 East Avenue, or call 271-0440.
What if you celebrated getting things done in your office the way you celebrate on the field?
We won the pitch. It'll be our biggest client ever.
Ooh, that's cool. Maybe some celebrations are best left on the field. But when you hear this, you'll know things are getting done. To learn more about how Nextel can help you get more done, call 800-NEXTEL-9 or visit Nextel.com. Nextel. Done.
Back once again at Quest Field here in Seattle, where it is scoreless between the Rhinos and the Sounders after one half of play. And the teams will be coming out shortly for the beginning of the second half. More of an announcement today out of the U.S. Open Cup. Round 3 pairings have been announced today. And the Rhinos, they know a little bit more about what's going on. Another date to mark on your calendar is the Rhinos will be hosting a third-round game, and that'll be July 13th. July 13th at Frontier Field. The Rhinos will be hosting the winner of the game between the Virginia Beach Mariners of the USL Division I or the Richmond Kickers future team out of PDL. That's right, Virginia Beach or the Richmond Kickers future out of PDL. The winner of that game will be the one to take on the Rhinos. And again, mark on your calendar the night of July the 13th as the winners of that game will be taking on the Rhinos at Frontier Field in Rochester. Games coming up. That other game, by the way, will be decided on June 29th. Second round games and Open Cup play will be June 29th coming up in a little over a week or so. And by the way, the Seattle Sounders move into play in the second round, and they'll be hosting the Salinas Valley Samba of the USA, and that'll be on June the 29th, being played at their practice facility down the road in Tukwila, Washington. So Seattle playing a team from Salinas Valley, and the Rhinos, again with a bye in the third round, in the second round, will move into action in the third round, July the 13th, at Frontier Field. Don't forget about what's coming up this weekend, as the Rhinos returning home to take on the Charleston Battery. That's an 8:05 start Saturday night, 8:05 start, a little bit later than normal, but make sure you keep that in mind. 8:05 Saturday night, as the Rhinos host the Charleston Battery. Again, these specials, a Zweigel's Family 4-pack night. You get 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, 4 tickets for $44. And to pick up that special deal, call the Rhinos office to order the Zweigel's Family 4-pack. Also, the first 5,000 fans receive a Rhinos player card courtesy of MetLife and Quick Picks. That is happening on Saturday night at Frontier Field. Then next Monday night, it'll be the Rhinos in a friendly with an MLS team. The New York, New Jersey Metro Stars will be at Frontier Field next Monday night. And that'll be a 7:35 kickoff. And the first 5,000 will receive a free 1-month membership for 2 to Personal Health Approach. Oh boy, pick that up on Monday. The first 5,000 Monday night as the Rhinos host the Metro Stars in a friendly at Frontier Field. So a lot of action coming up in Rochester. Mark it on your calendar and don't miss a beat. Be there for all of it. Coming up very shortly, the start of the second half here in Seattle at Quest Field. And through the first half of play, scoreless between the Rhinos and the Sounders. And this is Raging Rhino Soccer on Fickle 93.3 FM.
Whenever he needed information, Bob went to his old man.
Daddy, how come Flagpost has that metal ball on top?
That's actually solid milk chocolate wrapped in foil, Bobby. A prize for anybody who can reach it.
Huh.
When Bob grew up, though, he realized Dad's info just wasn't cutting it.
Dad, why do bowling balls have 3 holes?
Well, Robert, look at the game's toughest shot, the 7-10 split.
Uh-huh.
What's 10 minus 7?
3.
There you go, 3 holes.
I can't take it anymore. I'm out of here. Where do I get a change of address form?
Just slip your new address under your pillow, and the change of address fairy will leave you the proper form.
Ah!
Luckily, there's firstgov.gov, where Bob not only found his form, but all kinds of useful government information. He can search government options for a car to get the heck out of there, and get student loan info to go to college, so he'll have a leg up on Dad.
Hey!
He can even request his birth record to verify they're related.
I did. We are.
I'm sorry, can't help you with that. Log on or email firstgov.gov. It's government made easy.
Westfield in Seattle. Scoreless between the Rhinos and the Sounders. And the Rhinos now will be shooting the net to my left. Scott Dowdle will be in goal down to my right for the second half of play. As Coach Willie Fitzpatrick and the Rhinos have drawn even in the first half. Fitzpatrick, the bench coach tonight, because Coach Lori Calloway is sitting in the stands tonight watching this one. Being invited to do so by the league on suspension from last game. All right, set to go now. As we look at the Rhinos side, and I don't see any changes for Rochester. And the ball brought forward into the center circle, and it's Pato to feed it out on the left wing side for Sedgwick. Spinning around along the near wing with the left foot, sends it through midfield. Headed up in the air, back to the midfield line. Underneath it, as the ball is pushed forward once again along the near side, and underneath it, Somoza able to chip it up the near wing, and it's bouncing along the near touchline and now spins out of bounds. Surprisingly, Taylor Graham is still on the pitch and seems to be a little bit better. He's swinging that left arm a little bit more normally now. Had injury to that shoulder back earlier on in the first half, but he is back out on the field and playing. Throw in by Sedgwick along the near side. Drives out to midfield, knocked down. Underneath it, Sakuda slips it along the 35 and in the middle, and a foul is called. A push by John Ball on the back. So it'll be a restart for the Sounders. A kick from direct center field right about the 35. There we have Carabayal stepping in front of the restart, and he's going to get a yellow. Carabayal, delay a game. We'll get the yellow card, which is issued here in the 46th minute. Rhinos trying to prevent the Sounders from making a real quick restart. I mean, that was awful quick. But the ref was going to allow it, evidently. The referee, Lawrence Rodriguez. And the restart, the ball played out on the near wing. Out the right side, Sleeth, but blocked away by Wilson. In the middle, skipping by the foot of Carbajal, back to the midfield line. And with the right foot, chips it forward. Headed down to the Rhino 25, and nodded away by Rivas down in the center circle. Wilson recovering the ball, turns it out across midfield. As he sneaks it through, looking for the through ball, but getting back is Edwards. On him, Carabayal. Blocks it, turns at the 18, but as he spins, can't get a shot away, and the ball bouncing down inside the 18, picked up on the first hop by Burple. 2 pounds went high in the air, coming down to the center circle. Rhino territory, Rivas heads it away, but Chacon right there. Giving it off to Sakuda. He's double teamed and knocked down. Ball played back to midfield. Then it's hammered forward into Rhino territory down inside the 18. And picked up, as Vallo does not now, he leans down and picks it up as Welton starts to apply some pressure. 48th minute in Seattle, no score. Vallo, half volley kick through midfield. Center circle, Sakuda flicks it aside. Sleeth on the near side. Volleys it out to midfield, but stepping in to block it away is Sedgwick. Out the left wing, spinning around. Has it along the near touch line. Now across into the center circle to Rivas. Turning back. Plays it to his own side of midfield for Perry. On his 40 and off on the far side. Drop back once again. San Filippo for Perry. The Rochester Central defender goes long up the left wing side. Wilson trying to get into the ball and does. Handled it off his left foot. Spinning around, being watched closely. Double team now, but still has the ball. Drawing it toward the middle on the 35. Pass in the middle is picked off and carried away by the Sounders. Pass up the right wing and ahead. Welton onside. Has Chacon in the middle. Welton to the near end of the 18. Takes a shot in, but grabbed on the fly by Vallo. Welton had Chacon breaking for the left wing side, but elected to shoot, and Vallo had it teed up all the way. As he was easily able to grab the pass. Out of bounds to the far side. Throw in for the Rhinos from their own 20 off the right wing side. 49th minute and scoreless. 5th game that the Rhinos have played here in Seattle in regular season action, and 1 win and 3 losses the previous 4. On the near side, turning back, Bolanos lost it out of bounds. Throw in for the Sounders just across midfield in Rhino territory. The throw in down to the Rhino 35, spinning around Chacon trying to get loose. As he's double teamed, Rivas and Perry watching him finally take it down, and the Rhinos have it. Pass into the middle, brought forward by Pato to the center circle. Goes to the outside, but on the right wing, and that's intercepted by Edwards. Taken back by the Sounders. Off to the near wing, Sleeth stepping up. Slips into the center circle, but Rivas is there to take it away, and the Rhinos have the ball back. Rene Rivas across midfield. Drops it to his own side of midfield for Sedgwick. Pass toward the middle for Schweitzer along the 40, and back to the outside on the near wing to Billy Sedgwick. He approaches midfield, back into the middle, giving it off to Schweitzer. As he takes a look downside, and goes long up the left wing and deep to the corner. After it goes Sedgwick. Down around the 20, has it. Steps over, gets the ball back again, looking for the cross, carrying it to the end line, being pushed. And the ball on the end line, still in play. Finally, Sedgwick is taken down. Foul is called. Oh, it's a kick. Sleeth kicked Sedgwick. It was laying on the ground. Sleeth kicked him with the heel of his boot. And all the players will crowd in as Sleeth kicks Sedgwick across the back of the leg. Across the back of the leg, kicked him. Sedgwick is down in the field, and Sleeth booted him as they were both laying down in the field. Kicked him with the back of his heel, and we'll see what the indication will be from the referee. The referee telling the players to move away. It is the red card to Sleeth. Gets the red card here in the 50th minute. So Sleeth is ejected. He and Sedgwick had been battling for the ball, went down on the field. They were both laying on the ground, and Sleeth, while Sedgwick was laying on the ground, just kicked him with the back of his heel. So the red card to Sleeth. Sounders will be a man down now. There's a whole bunch more pushing. As Burpo, the goalkeeper, is over in the mix, and he started pushing at somebody, and his defender, Jenkins, will push him away. Preston Burpo quite upset. Sedgwick still down on the field being attended to by the Rhinos trainer, Dave DePasquale. All right, 51st minute now on the clock and scoreless, and the Rhinos will have a man advantage as Sleeth receives the red card. Still, they mill around. Sedgwick down on the end line. Oh, no, Sedgwick is also getting the red. Sedgwick is also going to get a red card. Well, that I don't understand. Well, they're both gone, so both will be a man down. Both sides will be a man short. Well, I don't understand that. Sedgwick was trying to get away with the ball, was hauled down. There was a foul was being called. The foul was being called, and when they were laying on the ground, Sleeth kicked them. And I don't understand that one. Sedgwick is still off the pitch out over the end line. So it's a restart for the Rhinos, about 3 yards out, just outside the near end of the 18. So Sleeth is off. And the Rhinos will have a kick opportunity here off the restart. Why Sedgwick gets a red, I don't know. I don't understand that call. Other than it's a chicken you-know-what call by the ref, who wants to even it up. Well, all right. Bolanos and Pato are set for the kick. Sedgwick is still off the pitch. And the referee is holding up play here. Now gets up. I thought he kicked him maybe in the back of the leg, but they were looking at Billy Sedgwick's back. Might have gotten up around the back or the ribs. All right, so Sedgwick finally gets up, and he's walking with the trainer along behind the net, but he is gone on the red card, along with the Billy Sleeth of the Sounders. All of this happening in the 50th minute. The clock ticks away. We're now in the 54th minute. And waiting for the restart. So each side a man down. Here's Balanas with the left foot. Goes to the backdoor side. Headed back along the 6-foot. Knocked away and booted out of the box to the far wing. And up to the stands on the far side. So a throw in for the Rhinos. From around the 30 off the right wing side. And Perry will be moving in for the throw in. Over the far side of the field. Perry off the right wing. Throws it inside the 18, but no help there. Ball headed up in the air. Wilson trying to get loose. Blocked. Down inside, and the ball is deflected aside, rolling toward the end line, where it's taken by Burpo. So the Sounders keeper has the ball and begins to dribble away. Pass to the outside along the near wing. It's Sakuda. Off the right wing, feeds it forward. Segar dropping it back for Sakuda. And in the middle along is 18, giving it off to Graham. Graham being watched by Carvajal. Pass off on the far side. Turning back Jenkins. Drops it off once again to Graham. Looks to the middle and feeds it up the left wing for Chacon as he approaches the midfield line. Cross midfield into Rhino territory. As the whistle is blown and taken down is Chacon on a tackle by Sanfilippo, and a yellow card is issued to Sanfilippo. Slide tackle. Sanfilippo gets the caution. So the plastic coming out a whole bunch here in the 55th minute is the yellow card to Sanfilippo, and this is the third yellow of the night against Rochester. To go with the one red to Billy Sedgwick. Well, the Sounders have not had a caution, but have had a yellow card, or a red card. And each team a man down. Ball played it down inside the 18. Welton at the end line. Pops it up in the air, and it hits the crossbar and comes down behind the net. So it'll be a goal kick for the Rhinos. Sponsors of these broadcasts include Weigel's, famous for quality sausage and meat products since 1880. Messenger Post. Stay posted. Call 442-POST for subscription information. And by Lakeside Country Club, golf along scenic Cayuga Lake, East Lake Road in Pinyan. Out near midfield on the far side of the field. Underneath it, Sanfilippo battling Jenkins with the right foot. Sends it along the far touchline, deep to the corner. Graham getting to it, plays it back inside of the 18 to his keeper. And Burpo then will send it off on the near wing. Off the right side, Sakuda chips it through midfield. Turning back go the Rhinos. Schweitzer in underneath it. Chips it back down inside of his 18 to Vallow. And then he'll in turn chip it off to Schweitzer on the near wing. Pass was blocked away and rolls out over the touchline, deep in the corner, and a throw in for the Rhinos. Rochester throw in deep in the corner off of the near wing. 57th minute here in Seattle, no score. Perry moving over for the throw in. Getting set now for the throw in, and here it comes. Sends it all the way out to near midfield, headed back in, and then Wilson is there to just bang it away and downfield. Rolling ball all the way down to around the 20. Burpo out of his 18. Pass up the near side, giving it off to Edwards. He is passed and turned, intercepted by Wilson. The Rhinos have it. Wilson feeds it in the middle. After it is Ball, 35 yards out with the right foot, cracks it, but it's deflected wide. Out the far end of the 18. After Pato, cross along the 18 in front, but that's headed away and out. And underneath it, Rivas turning back, has it 35 yards out of the middle, feeds it forward. Bolanos dummies the ball, and turning to his right. His ball sends it to the outside, far into the 18. Pato with a chip, cross along the box, comes out the near side, but it bent out over the end line and back in play. And so the flag is in the air, and it'll be a goal kick for the Sounders. Rhinos opportunity, but could not finish. Did not even get a shot. Two very good defensive teams. Sounders, second in the league, giving up only 3 goals this season. Second only to Montreal. It's allowed only 2. And the Rhinos are 4th in the USL this year, giving up 11. Out near midfield as the ball is settled into the center circle, taken by Wilson. Very stingy teams on defense. Cross midfield. It is Perry. Passed along the midfield line. Bolanos grabbed onto, and the foul is called on Levesque of the Sounders. So it'll be a restart for the Rhinos at the midfield line. Bolanos back into the center circle. Giving it off to Sanfilippo, approaching midfield. Turns to get away from Welton. Pass through the circle, out on the near side. Schweitzer across the midfield line for Bolanos. Seeks a pass forward, give and go. Wilson right back to Bolanos. And looking for the through ball, but stepping in to intercept is Graham. Pass off. Jenkins chips it out to the midfield line, and up with it on the right wing, brought forward by Rivas on the attack. Sends it to the outside for Wilson. Looking for the pass down to the far end of the 18 for Ball. Graham back into the end line, and it rolls out over the end line, and it's a goal kick for the Sounders. 59th minute from Seattle, and scoreless. For the first time in history, everyone in America gets the Chevy employee discount. You pay what Chevy employees pay, not a cent more. At participating dealers only. Hurry! Event ends July the 5th. Goal kick for Preston Burpo. a 31-year-old from Bethesda. Out into the center circle where the ball is knocked down. Ball up the right side, chasing after Carbajal. And on him right away is Graham. Carbajal giving it off, moving in. Ball tripped up, taken down. Carbajal after the ball and has it picked off his foot and is brought away by the Sounders. Out to midfield. And with the Levesque across midfield, long delivery downfield, and that went sneaking by. Chacon chasing for it as he goes to the end line. And deep in the near corner, stops the ball on the end line and then runs into Perry, who turns with the right foot, will drive it out to midfield. Carbajal is pulled off the ball by Edwards, and a foul is called, and so it'll be a restart in the center circle for the Rhinos. 60th minute, no score. Every game this season, the Sounders have been tied up at half. Have been even up at half, and their record 4-1-2. And going into the second half tied. Rochester's entering the second half tied. Only twice previous have a loss and a tie. Fought out over the end line. It'll be a goal kick once again for the Sounders. Rochester, when going into the second half tied, have one loss and one tie. Now toward midfield. Drop back to the 20, where it's taken by Graham. Takes it downfield with the right foot. Pass off on the far side. And Segar getting to it, but he stumbles out of bounds, and it's recovered by the Rhinos. Pass toward the middle for Pato, and he is taken away right away as a foul. No whistle. Play went on, and then to the center circle taken by Rivas. Burns and drops it back. Schweitzer out on the near side, back near midfield line for Kirk Wilson. As he enters Sounders territory, pass up the wing along the near touchline to Balanos. He's turned back, drops it back at the midfield line. Both teams playing very slow and deliberate at the moment. Cross midfield, Perry turns back, drops it down to his 35 for Schweitzer. Has it toward the middle of the field. Now get to the outside. Perry approaching the midfield line. On the near touchline, on the attack. Turns, gets away from Welton. Moves it down to the 35 and a pass in the middle. As Pato dummies the ball through to Rivas. And a pass out of the far wing to John Ball. Drops it back to Rivas. On the far touchline, getting the ball, chips it toward the corner, ball after it, deep in the corner, gets to it, Jenkins on him in the corner. Ball sneaks, he nutmegs the ball through, and then he's pushed away, and no call is made. Rolls down inside the 18 and recovered by the Sounders. It's Graham to pass it out on the far wing for Chacon, spins around, and the ball out of bounds. As a foul is called, now a yellow card is being issued on Pato. Pato picks up a yellow card. Here in the 62nd minute, that was a long ways away from the play, so I'm not sure what that was all about. Evidently, he was not too happy about no call being made. And Pato might have had something to say about it. So the yellow card is issued. And it'll be a free kick. Or no, the ball is out of bounds on the far side. A throw in for the Rhinos. Throw into Pato. Burns drops it back to near midfield for Rivas. Pass into the center circle. The Rhinos have had 4 yellows and 1 red in this game. That's pass to the outside on the near wing. Perry moving up on the left wing side, approaching the midfield line. Now sneaks it through midfield. Carbajal checking back, blocks it off the chest. Pass ahead for Wilson, trying to sneak through, but it's knocked away by Edwards and carried off by the Sounders. Out to midfield and on the near wing. Offside flag as Chacon was way ahead of the play. Offside against the Sounders. 63rd minute, scoreless here in Seattle. And players available for substitution tonight. Greg Howes, Stoyan Miladinov, Scott Talguda, Henwa Mansu, and Ray Martinez. Also on the trip but not dressed for this game is Johnny Steele. And then the other players still out injured, Craig Demon and Doug Miller. Not on the trip, Sean Shakiris, as his wife just gave birth a couple of days ago to their new son. Congratulations. Also Lennon Steenkamp and Jamel Mitchell not along. As the ball is deep to the corner on the left wing side. Wilson drawing it near into the box. Here's a cross along the 6. Hit ball. Oh, it's just over top of the crossbar. Wilson, a beautiful feed along the 6 in the middle. Carbajal, hit ball, but a foot high of the crossbar. Best opportunity of the night for the Rhinos. Nice feed by Wilson. So it's a free kick. A goal kick for the Sounders. 64th minute and scoreless, and Burpo low kick into the center circle. Knocked away off of Sakuda, and Rivas there to chip it across midfield. Sounders back for the ball with the right foot. Graham bags it through midfield, but Perry heads it aside. However, that's off the outside of his head and out of bounds on the near side. So a throw-in just across the midfield line for the Sounders. Throw-in to be taken by Edwards, moving up, and goes for the throw-in. In the middle for Chacon on the 35, but knocked away by Schweitzer and recovered by Rivas, giving it off to Wilson. The Rhinos have it. Wilson drops it back. Perry pressured, pass to the outside of the near wing for Bolanos at the 35. Off the left wing, trying to get away from Lebec. Being chased from behind, and he's taken down. Play goes on. Man, oh man. Comes loose. Through ball attempt, but that's knocked away. Lebec has it. Turns it to the outside along the near wing. At the near end of the box. Looking is Somoza for the cross. That off the foot of Perry, not over the end line, so it'll be a corner kick for the Sounders. Corner kick off the right wing side. And moving over for the corner. I think they were indicating a substitution. Moving over for the corner kick will be Chacon. Might be seeing our first substitution of the night coming up here in a moment. So Chacon, left-footed kicker, taking the kick off the right wing side, an in-swinging kick, and serves it up high for the back post. Head ball toward the net. That's knocked down. Ballo up with it, picks it up on one hop, and comes away with the ball. Spinning ball, and he had to be very alert to come away with that one. Right away upfield now by Bolanos. Out to the midfield line. Trying to sneak it through as he's double-teamed, is blocked away. Wilson almost took it right back, but is still controlled now by the Sounders. Center circle taken by Graham. To the outside on the near wing. As Jenkins approaches the midfield line, or make that Somoza. Drops it back. Edwards pass in the middle for Graham. Long is 35, and now out on the left wing side for Jenkins. Brings the ball forward. Across the midfield line. Pass through up the wing. On the attack, here come the Sounders. In the middle, but stepping in to intercept is Schweitzer. As he very alertly anticipated what was happening there. Out to midfield, hit a ball toward the center circle by Carvajal, but nobody there. Knocked loose, intercepted by Pato, and the Rhinos bring it away. Bolanos on the midfield, out on the near side for Wilson. Across the midfield line, too far for Pato. Taken back by the Sounders. Seattle with the ball up the near side. On the attack, Welton being chased by Wilson. To the right wing, going to the end line. Wilson looking for the cross, sends it along the end line. In front, headed away out of the box. Comes out the near side, Somoza settles the ball 20 yards out. Here's a cross, down inside, headed up in the air, and out the far end of the 18. Ball underneath it. Heads it up in the air. He and battling Cigar for the ball out on the far wing, out of bounds, off the Rhinos. So a throw in for the Sounders on the far side. Substitution, Chacon will be checking off. And who's going to be coming on? All right, if he'll turn around, he'll be able to pick up his number to see who it is that's coming into the match. And it is number 7, Whitfield. Brent Whitfield in. There's the shot. Hits the post and out the far side. The Sounders hit the post. The ball on the far side out of bounds. Wow, the Rhinos dodge a bullet right there. Throw it in the far side for the Rhinos from their own 20. And Filippo to take the throw in. So Whitfield into the match. Has 1 goal this season. That one headed out to the midfield line. And skips out of bounds on the far side. That's the first substitution of the night. There's the throw in across midfield. And a collision there as Lebec collides with Rochester player. And I believe that's Pato. Graham coming up arguing for a card. Pato already has a yellow. And the Sounders certainly wanting to do what they can to try and get that other card out on Pato, but won't see it. 69th minute, scoreless here in Seattle. Each side a man down. Coincidental red cards back in the 50th minute. Free kick for the Sounders, 35 yards out off the left wing, down in front, but headed away out of the near side of the box by Bolanos, and it rolls out of bounds. Throw into the near side for the Sounders from around the Rochester 20. Somoza on the near wing for the throw-in. Ben Somoza, 25-year-old from Seattle. Backs up for the run on the throw-in. And here's the throw in high in the 6. Headed up in the air. Vallow in underneath it. Comes down with the ball at his 6. Moves the players away. He wanted to throw it. On to clear it away downfield, but couldn't get anybody to look. Finally throws it out on the far wing. Brought ahead by the Rhinos. Right wing side. Chip forward. Trying to sneak in behind Carvajal. Being chased there by Edwards. Has it along the 18. Waiting for help to catch up. Rolls in the middle. Pato rips it in, but rips it wide left. Pato, first time shot. Gets a rocket away, but misses wide to the left side. Goal kick for the Sounders. Sponsors of these broadcasts include Health Source Chiropractic in the Rochester Fitness Center at 3313 Chila Avenue. Call 889-3280. By the Clarion Riverside Hotel, close to Frontier Field. Ask about their $69 spectator rate. Also by Auto Depot USA. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable reputation. Ball pops up in the air, headed away by Perry. Out to the 35, moving in Sakuda. Can't shoot. Pass out of the near wing for Somoza. Chips it along the 15, and ball hits it out the far end of the 18. Rolling ball out of bounds. Throw in for the Sounders on the far side. Throw into the far end of the box. Sakuda after it being double teamed as the ball rolls to the end line. Sakuda taken down, and a goal kick for the Rhinos. Rochester goal kick. For all the latest Rhinos information, log on to the official Rhinos website, rhinosoccer.com, and you can also order tickets and merchandise when you go to rhinosoccer.com. Rhinos at home Saturday night to take on the Charleston Battery. 8:05 kickoff. Remember that, 8:05 kickoff on Saturday night, Charleston coming to town. Call the Rhinos office for that great package deal as Weigel's family 4-pack night for $44. Here's Vallow's kick with the right foot. Drives it out through midfield, down around the 35, headed back towards the midfield line. And volleyed across midfield. Sanfilippo able to head it away to the center line. Play to the outside. Still they battle for the ball. That pops up in the air, taken away by the Sounders. Rolling it out to midfield. In on the outside. Comes loose, and Graham with it. Off to Sakuda. To the outside for Jenkins with a left foot. Chips it through midfield. Into Rhino territory along the far touchline. Whitfield trying to get away. Hands it to the 35. Slide tackle knocked away momentarily. And as Pato runs, or Rivas runs into the referee, couldn't get to the ball. Comes out on the near side. Sakuda as he escapes Wilson. Make that Somoza. Out the right side. Turns it to the outside. After it, Edwards near end of the 18. Cross along the 18. For the backdoor side, but flicked away by Ball at the far end of the box. And it rolls out over the far touchline. Another throw in for the Sounders. Substitution for the Rhinos. Rochester's going to be making a substitution here. John Ball is checking off, and I believe it's Palguda coming on here in the 72nd minute. 72nd minute, the first substitution of the game for the Rhinos. So the Rhinos pulling out a midfielder and putting in a defender. Trying to shore up the defensive half, perhaps. Headed up in the air by Sanfilippo and up into the stands on the far side. So Palguda is on and Ball is out. 72nd minute, time of the substitution. Scott Palguda, 22-year-old from Toms River, New Jersey, out of Cornell University. Throwing again off the left wing side by the Sounders from 10 yards out. High throw into the box. That is flicked toward the end line, out over the end line, and it'll be a goal kick for the Rhinos. 73rd minute and no score between the Rhinos and the Sounders. Another sponsor of these broadcasts, Joma, the official uniform supplier to the Rhinos, available at Eurotech at the Rochester Sports Garden. Also by Marina Dodge at 943 Ridge Road in Webster. Battle placing the ball to the 6. With the right foot, drives it out through midfield on the near wing. And then out of bounds off the Sounders, so it'll be a throw in for the Rhinos. Palguda looking for the ball. Trying to take the throw in off the near side from around the 40. Goes short on the throw in to Bolanos. Turns it back to the outside. Out with it Palguda again, and his pass off near the midfield line. Pato drops it back to his own side of midfield for Schweitzer, who turns and plays it back to the keeper. Gallo has it just outside of his 18. He'll go to the other side of the field. Off to Sanfilippo. Drops it back once again to Ballo. With the right foot, first times it away. Out near midfield on the far side. As that's flicked across midfield by Rivas. And rolls out of bounds. That off the Sounders. Throw in to the far side for the Rhinos, just across the midfield line. Throw into Carbayal, turning it back out to the midfield line. Rivas turning it to the outside. Sanfilippo in the middle, Carbayal. Drops it to his own side of midfield to Perry. As he receives pressure from Whitfield, Perry moves to his left and then a pass to the center circle for Pato. Turning back with the ball, long up the right wing side. Headed away. And in the middle, where it's recovered by the Sounders. Sakuda into the center circle. Turns it to the outside along the near wing and running onto the ball is Somoza. Down on the right side, the near end of the 18. Step over on the ball, but still as it goes to the end line, turns, takes a shot to the corner on the backdoor side and misses high. Puts it up over the net. So a goal kick once again for the Rhinos. Other sponsors of these broadcasts include Harrow East Athletic Club on the web at harroweast.com. Also Nextel, helping groups get things done. Call 800-NEXTEL-9. 75th minute. And scoreless between the Rhinos and the Seattle Sounders. Seattle having allowed only one goal in the last 6 games. Foul called on Seattle. Restart for the Rhinos from the Seattle 40. Only 3 goals total allowed this season by the Sounders. 2 of them in the first game of the year, lost to Portland right here. But since that first game have given up only 1 goal, 5 shutouts, and then last game gave up that 1 goal. Restart to be taken by Schweitzer for the Rhinos. Takes a look. Chips it down inside the 6. Up in the air. Bringing it down at his 8 is Burpo. With the right foot, shanks it out of bounds on the near side, and the throw in for the Rhinos out near the midfield line. Going to be taken by Pelguda. Up the left wing for Carbayal. Tips it toward the middle. Bolanos trying to get underneath it, but that's knocked away by Graham to the midfield line. Rivas with it. Through the circle, Sanfilippo, 1 touch forward, but that's picked up and brought away by Sakuda of the Sounders. To the outside, stepping in to intercept is Sanfilippo. Pass into the middle. Wilson sneaks the through ball to Bolanos. Brings it forward, through ball. Carbayal racing for it. And in the foot race, Burpo out of his 18. Wins the race. Pounds the ball high in the air and up into the stands on the far side. Carbayal and the keeper Burpo in the foot race, and Burpo a little bit closer to it, got to it first. Throw in on the far side of the field for the Rhinos at the midfield line. Throw in taken by Sanfilippo. Off the wing for Carbayal. As he'll drive the ball in the middle, Wilson after it. He'll feed through the middle. Back out around the 35. Pelguda stepping in. Turns it to the outside. Moving up on the left wing. The near end of the box now. Here's Pato. Pato on the 6. Hit ball in. Grabs off the post. Off the crossbar by the keeper, Burpo. Head ball right on, but Burpo makes the save. And is brought away up the near wing by the Sounders on the attack. Ahead for Welton. 1-on-1 with Perry. Perry's done an excellent job of keeping Welton out of the play here tonight. And it's dropped back at the midfield line. Again on the near side for Somoza. Turning along the near wing, watched by Pelguda. Few dozen step-overs on the ball. Just lets it roll to the end line. Looking for a cross, beginning to put on a Pelguda. Knocks it away out over the end line. And this creates a corner kick opportunity for the Sounders. 78th minute and scoreless here in Seattle. Scoreless in Seattle. They should make a movie of that. Off the right wing side, the kick. Served up by Sakuda with the left foot low in the box, but tipped away out on the near side. Wilson after it. Slide tackle on the ball, knocked away, and again chipped along in front. Hit ball in. Oh, punched over the crossbar by Vallow. However, offside flag was in the air anyway. That delivery was not Sakuda. It was Sturm, evidently, who served it up. I see Sturm now into the match. In the coming in the 76th minute. So Sturm is in, and missed on who the player was that came out. All right, Dallow with the right foot. We'll drive it out through midfield. Ball volleyed again into Rhino territory. Flicked away, trying to get it behind Welton. Out is Dallow, and he'll first time it high in the air out through midfield. That one almost got away from the Rhinos. Comes out on the near side and rolls out of bounds. Throw in for the Rhinos on the near side, 40 yards out. Off the left wing, Pelguda hit from Bolanos. Settles the ball, then double teamed, and it's then volleyed away Pass to the middle by Levesque, and a chip up the near wing, but Schweitzer steps in to knock it aside. Talguda just across midfield. With the left foot, pass forward, deflected away, but picked up by Edwards, and leaves it there for Graham from his own 20, and the Sounders have the ball. 8 ahead in the middle for Sakuda. Nine it forward, long to the left wing side. Going to the outside, Sturm gets tangled up with Sanfilippo, and the ball rolls out of bounds. Throw in across the way for... Who's the throwing going to be for? The Sounders took the throw in, but it looks like the Rhinos are going to make a substitution here, which is, and I believe also a substitution coming up for Seattle. All right, for each team there will be a substitution. As Carbayal is checking out. Carbayal is out and Howes is in. And for the Sounders, coming into the match is Wiesner. All of this happening here in the 80th minute. Wiesner, and it is Somoza that is taken out. Ball driven out across midfield to the far side again. Wiesner is in the 80th, and Somoza is out. And then for the Rhinos, in is Howes, and Carbayal is out. All right, throwing in midfield for the Sounders. Greg Howes, the former Seattle Sounder. Here's the throw-in. And stepping in underneath it, Wiesner. Pass out to the midfield line. Turns it off. Taylor takes it. Looks downfield. Moving forward, rolling ball through midfield, but intercepted momentarily by Bolanos. Wiesner drops it back in the midfield line. On the left wing, taken by Jenkins. Into Rhino territory. Sliding in to knock the pass away. In Sanfilippo. Bolanos drops it back. Schweitzer at his 25. Sneaks it up the near wing. Ahead for Howes. Turning it to the outside. Gets the return pass. In the middle, Schweitzer now bangs it through midfield. That's headed forward. Bolanos, offside flag is in the air. Offside against the Rhinos. Restart for the Sounders from their own 35. 81st minute in Seattle and still scoreless. On the midfield line, drop back into the middle. Taken there by Graham. Pass to the outside on the near wing and out to the midfield line. Rod forward by Edwards. Dropping it back once again for Graham. As he's in the center circle, goes long to the left wing side. Sturm trying to get there. Heads it back toward the middle for Welton. 25 yards out pass. Checking back to intercept his rebound, and the ball then sent out to midfield. Knocked down by the Sounders. Pass into the center circle. Edwards drops it off for Taylor. Plays it back to the keeper. Burpo moving outside of his 18. Leads it ahead on the near wing. Ball brought forward by the Sounders. Line drive kick up the near wing as it's slided over top of Wiesner, rolling along the near side and kicked up into the stands by Talguda. Throwing on the near side for the Sounders. Another substitution coming up. And this time for the Rhinos, it'll be Panto checking off and Stoyan Mladenov coming in here in the 82nd minute. Another excellent outing for Panto. 82nd minute. Mladenov is in. That's 3 subs on the night for the Rhinos. Still available for substitution, Bunsu and Martinez. The Sounders have made 2 substitutions. So the throw-in from 18 yards out on the near side of the field. And the throw-in out top around the 35. Dropped back by Graham. Into the center circle. Jenkins chips it down inside. Near into the box. Knocked down by Levesque. Drops it out top again along the near side. Where it's taken by Edwards. Cross along the 35. He'll try the left wing side. And underneath it is Sakuda. Out the wing. Ahead for Welton. As he works toward the corner, stops. Still has the ball at his feet. Trying to sneak through the front of the box. And does. Roller in front. Return pass, but out over the end line. And a corner kick for the Sounders. Corner kick. It must have been Segar that checked out in the 76th minute when Sturm came in. Segar, rather. So a corner kick off the left wing side, a right-footed kicker, an in-swinging kick. As the ball is served up along the 6, punched away by Vallow in the air, coming down the 18. Hit ball even right into the hands of Vallow. Comes away with the ball and throws it off to the far side. Running after it, moving downfield is Bolanos at the midfield line. Turns and looks with the left foot. Sends it through. Howe's in underneath it. Blocks it at the 20, but got away from him. Now Mladenov settles it at the 35. Off the left wing and under the ball goes Palguda. He heads it to the end of the box, to the end line. A roar along in front. Kicked out over the end line by the defender, Jenkins. And a corner kick for the Rhinos. Palguda looks like he's moving up to a midfield position. So the Rhinos, with a corner kick off the left wing side, it'll be served up by Mladenov. Right-footed kicker. It'll be an in-swinging kick. Again, each team is a man down since the 50th minute. We're now in the 85th minute and still scoreless. Stoyan Mladenov with the right foot. Here comes the kick. Chips it in the box. Backdoor side, headed away. That's settled. The ball in by Howes. No, it's deflected away out over the end line. Another corner kick for the Rhinos. See who took the kick, actually. Was it... it was Palguda that got the shot away. Another corner kick for the Rhinos, this time off the right wing side. Ball touched there by Mladenov, and here's the service in the box. Punched out the near end of the 18. After it goes Burpo, but brought away by Welton. On the near side, Palguda on him, and the foul is called on Palguda. So free kick for the Sounders. From their own 20 on the near side of the field. We're now into the 86th minute and scoreless. Ahead with it out near midfield. Cross midfield into Rhino territory is Edwards. Rolls the ball in the near touchline deep to the corner, and getting to it is Perry. Just kicks it up into the stands. So it'll be a throw-in on the near side for Whitfield and the Sounders. The throw in to Levesque, turning around, working along the 20, sneaks the ball through, and inside the box, moving in Whitfield with a shot, roller in front, they score! Whitfield sends it along the 3, moving it up the left wing side with Sturm, tips it inside the left post, nicely set up, and the Sounders have scored to take a 1-0 lead. Oh man, 86th minute. 86th minute. As Sturm scores. And that'll be his first goal of the season. So it's 1-0 in favor of the Sounders, and the clock will be running awful fast here on the Rhinos. 1-0 a score. Back now around his 35, Schweitzer. Rolls it ahead across midfield. Rhinos needing a goal here in the next few minutes. Ball knocked down into Rhino territory. As Sturm after it. Gets tied up with rebounds and goes down, and the foul is called on the Rhinos. Ball is called. 87th minute. And a restart for the Sounders. 35 yards out off the left wing side. Jenkins will move up for the restart. Again, 35 yards out. Passing off to Graham. Off the left wing side to Welton. Down to the 18 into the far corner. Watched there by Sanfilippo to the end line. Looking for the cross, rolls out over the end line. That off the Rhinos, so it's a corner kick. Corner kick for the Sounders. 4th of the half and 7th of the match. Ball placed in the corner. There's nobody over there for the Sounders. As they certainly now are wasting as much time as possible. Sakuda finally making his way over for the corner kick. Time running out on the Rhinos. Sakuda placing the ball in the corner. Right-footed kicker, in-swinging kick. So the Sounders scoring here in the 86th minute. There's now a substitution for the Rhinos. Martinez is in. And I didn't see who went out. Here's the head ball in, out over the end line. Misses wide. So here in the 88th minute, Martinez is in. All right, ball placed in battle. With the right foot. Let's see, I see Bolanos across the way walking along, so it must have been Bolanos that came out. Here in the 88th minute. All right, goal kick. Dano rolls it ahead. Checking back on the ball is Schweitzer. Being pressured there by Wiesner. Drops it off. Wiesner racing for the ball. And Dano gets the kick away. That was deflected, but just so wide and then pounded out and downfield. Headed back in the center circle. Rivas heads it forward. Graham pops it up in the air. Back goes Edwards. Heads it back to the keeper. And Burpo underneath it. Lets it roll to the end line and grabs the ball. 89th minute. Rhinos trailing 1-0. Here's the kick. High in the air by Burpo. Sends it through midfield. Rivas underneath it, trying to settle the ball. As it is Wiesner and Rivas battling, and now Wiesner is pulled down by Rivas. Levesque and Rivas do some pushing. The referee coming in, pushing on Rivas. It's a yellow card issued to Rivas here in the 89th minute. That's 5 yellows and a red on the night against Rochester. All right, so the ball placed to the 35 of the Rochester Rhinos and trailing 1-0. Time running out. Moving over, Whitfield to take the kick. Goes to the outside for Sakuda. At the far end of the 18, looking for the cross in front. As he's dumped there by Schweitzer, who knocks the ball away. And it's carried off by the Rhinos up the right side. Whitfield checks there, and he's upended. As the upends, Martinez play goes on. On the far side, ball out of bounds, so a throw in for the Rhinos. Schweitzer to take the throw in. Rhinos needing a goal here in a big hurry. As the clock now stopping at 90 minutes. Clock now stopping in 90 minutes. And it looks like, I can't read, the lights glaring on the side, but I think it says 4 minutes of additional time. Still can't read it. All goes to the end line, out over the end line, and a corner kick for the Rhinos. Rochester corner kick. Off of the right wing side. We're in stoppage time. Mladenov will serve it up. Right-footed kick, out-swinging kick. And here comes the delivery. Low in the box. Flicks on in front, and it comes outside the 18. After it, Schweitzer tips it aside. Wilson in underneath it, settles the feet. And turns up the right side, rolls it to the outside of the box. Mladenov down. Looks for a cross, fakes it, back out to the 18, left-footed, boot across. Backdoor side, moving in Howes. Gets a shot away, but puts it way wide right. And out over the end line. Howes, about 10 feet wide to the right side. Goal kick. Sponsors of these broadcasts include Faber Homes. See what they have to offer at FaberHomes.com. Vision Auto Group. Visit the Vision Auto Group online at that'smyvision.com. And by Chase Pitkin, home of the lifetime tool warranty. Ball flighted through midfield into Rhino territory. San Filippo heads it forward, across the midfield line. In underneath it is Martinez. Turns it to the outside, rolls it ahead, and overlapping on the outside. Here's a cross along the 18, down in front. House heads it in front, and that's to pick up the ball on the first hop. His pressed is Burpo. Grabs it on the first hop. With the kick. High floater out through midfield. As they get collision there, nobody can get to the ball. Schweitzer heads it to the outside. Palguda bangs it out through midfield. Backheel by Wilson. The whistle stops play, and it's going to be a free kick for the Sounders in the center circle. Not sure what to call there. So we're in stoppage time, and the Rhinos are trailing 1-0. Here's Graham. Through the center circle with the kickoff on the far side. That one floating out over the touchline on the far side, and now throw in for the Rhinos. San Filippo to take the throw in. From the 35, out toward midfield, checking back in the ball is House, deflects it off from Mladenov. Turns it to the outside along the near wing, and here is Palguda. Out to the midfield line, turning back toward the middle. It's tied up in the center circle, Mladenov, pushing into the outside of the near wing for Perry. Off the left wing. His pass forward, but blocked away by Whitfield up into the stands. Throw in on the near side for the Rhinos. As they get a ball finally, and the throw in, Perry. Saying get down in there. Here's a long throw in. Goes high down inside the 18. Graham heads it up in the air. Moving in underneath it. Rivas flicks it down inside the 18. That's knotted away out top. Palguda moving in. Heads it inside the 18. But again, it's knotted away out of the box by Graham. After the 35, Mladenov taking down Saguda. And the whistle will stop play. Saguda not getting up. Referee coming over, telling him to get up or make that Wiesner. He gets up, runs away, and the ball placed around the 40 for the restart. Here's the kick downfield along the near side. Alguda hits it forward along the near wing. In underneath the Levesque, letting it roll. Alaninoff able to chip it out through midfield, but the ball was out of bounds evidently, so a throw in on the near side for the Sounders. And the ball booted up into the stands. They'll wait for a couple of moments while they get a ball here. Again, we're in stoppage time in Seattle, as it was scoreless all the way to the 86th minute when the Sounders scored the only goal of the night. Throw in on the near side. And along with the throw in up the right side is Baseño, who's also into the match now. That one kicked away out to near midfield. Headed back in the middle. That's knocked down to the 20, pushed forward. And up with his Jenkins. Goes to the near side, and it is out of bounds off of Levesque. So it'll be a throw in on the far side of the field. Boy, the ball was way out of bounds, and Levesque headed it up into the stands. It should have been a card there for delay. Schweitzer, throw in from his 18 on the far side of the field. Long throw in out toward midfield. Headed back down to the Rhino 35. There's the whistle, and that's it. Well, the Rhinos will be disappointed about not coming away with a point in this one, as the match was even up all the way till the 86th minute when it was finally taken away by the Seattle Sounders. So tonight from Seattle, the final score, the Seattle Sounders 1 and the Rochester Rhinos 0. And this is Rhino Soccer on Pickle 93.3 FM.
I'm Tom Rosati from Mallier Chevrolet Buick. You know, the guy who always says yes. Now with a lot more to say yes to. Mallier is Rochester's newest GM certified used car dealer, with more than 200 General Motors certified used vehicles in stock. And with bumper-to-bumper warranty on these vehicles, you'll have the same peace of mind you have with a new car or truck. So take the short drive to Mallier in Honeoye Falls, or check us out at Mallier.com.
Mallier Chevrolet Buick. We always say yes.
Yes, this is my Beamer. You can tell from the hand-waxed hood right down to the Toyo Proxys TPTs. That's TPT for Total Performance Touring Tire. I wouldn't settle for anything less. When I switched to Toyo, I got high-performance handling that hugs the road at all speeds, wet or dry. And they're so quiet, I can hear the engine, not the road. Okay, I'll let you in on a little secret. If you promise not to tell anyone, you save some money. Try them for yourself.
Toyo Proxys tires are at Murphy's Tire, Niagara Street, Canandaigua, and Tire World, Empire Boulevard, Webster. Toyo Tires, driven to perform.
Check engine light on? Worried about your vehicle passing inspection? I'm DMV Commissioner Ray Martinez, reminding you to have your vehicle inspected early. Don't wait until your sticker expires. To make sure your vehicle is ready to be inspected, follow these simple tips. If you've had recent repairs, or if your battery has been disconnected, let your inspection station know. Your vehicle may need to be driven through a drive cycle to pass inspection. What's a drive cycle? Ask your technician, your dealership, or check your owner's manual. Check engine light on? Get the problem fixed early, before your inspection is due. This may help you pass inspection and help clean the air. Remember, allow enough time between repairs and your annual inspection for a drive cycle to be performed. For more information, visit our website at nysdmv.com. So get repairs done early, pass inspection, and drive New York clean.
Sponsored by the New York State DMV and the New York State Broadcasters Association.
Well, this one is history tonight, and the Rhinos' unbeaten string comes to an end, but the Seattle Sounders' unbeaten string continues. Rochester's string ending at 5, but the Sounders now have gone 7 games without a loss, 5 wins and 2 ties, and in fact, in the last 7 games have allowed only 1 goal against. So Seattle looking very strong right now. Great defense and outstanding goalkeeping, as the Sounders have put together the 1-0 victory over the Rhinos here tonight at Quest Field in Seattle. As we take a look at what happened in this game, first of all, the only goal of the night was scored at the 86th minute, and that was Sturm to get the goal. Gabriel Sturm, a 23-year-old out of Phoenix, played for San Francisco University last year, comes up with a goal in the 86th minute, his first goal of the season, and the Sounders with a 1-0 lead managed to hold on from there. Looking at unofficial stats in the game, you had a total of 7 shots for the Sounders and 6 for the Rhinos. Seattle outshooting Rochester 7-6. Again, these are unofficial statistics. Corner kicks, Seattle had 7 and the Rhinos with 5. And offsides, Seattle 4 times offside and the Rhinos with 2 offsides. Scott Ballo in goal takes the losses record now at 4-5-0 on the year. And at the other end, Preston Burpo has a 5-0-2 record on the season, 5-0-2, and his goals against average will go down even lower as he now has 6 shutouts on the season. 7 games he's played, and 6 of them have been shutouts. So quite a year right now for the Seattle goalkeeper, Preston Burpo. As we get the official statistics here, I can look at those. All right, we see that the goal was scored by Sturm and Whitfield getting the assist. Whitfield with the assist. Again, that coming in the 86th minute. Battle gives up 1 goal and is credited with 1 save and takes the loss. At the other end, Burpo did not give up a goal and was credited with 1 save, picks up the victory. The shots 9-6 in favor of the Rhinos. Rochester outshooting Seattle 9-6. I don't know how they got that one, but anyway, that's the official stats. Corner kicks 6 for Seattle and 3 for the Rhinos. And in offsides, Seattle 5 and the Rhinos 2 offsides. Fouls, Rochester had 15 and Seattle with 11. And so there's your stats on the night. Of course, there was a bunch of cards. The Rhinos had 5 yellow cards: Rivas, Balanos, Aguilara, Sanfilippo, and Carbajal, and then 1 red card to Billy Sedgwick back in the 50th minute. And for the Seattle Sounders, there was 1 card issued, and that was a red card to Schleith back in the 50th minute. So that was the only card issued on the night to the Seattle Sounders. The fouls very heavily in favor of the Rhinos. All right, the La Roca's Restaurant player of the game tonight. And, well, who are we going to call the player of the game tonight? You know what? There was nothing standing out about anything much for either team as far as the player of the game was concerned. Certainly for the Rhinos in the midfield, I thought Rivas played an excellent game, and on the up front, Carbajal played an outstanding game, so it's got to go with that. La Roca's Restaurant, the official pregame meal of the Rhinos. La Roca's at 250 Pixley Road in Gates. For reservations or party house information, call 247-4350. The chase pick and play of the game, well, it's got to be the game's lone goal in the 86th minute, and that was scored by Sturm. 86th minute, Gabriel Sturm puts it away for the game decider, and that's the play of the game. Brought to you by Chase Pick and Home of the Lifetime Tool Warranty. So, that is the story from Seattle tonight, and that is the story for the West Coast Road Swing as the Rhinos come out on the short end of a 1-0 score. A couple of reminders, the Rhinos are at home Saturday night against the Charleston Battery. And it is a Zweigel's Family 4-pack night. For $44, you get 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, and 4 tickets to the game. That's all for $44. And to pick up on that great package deal, call the Rhinos. Also, the first 5,000 fans receive a Rhinos playing card courtesy of MetLife and Quick Picks. So that's Saturday night. And then don't forget about Monday night, the 27th. Friendly at Frontier Field as the Rhinos host the New York, New Jersey Metro Stars of the MLS. That is Monday night, the 27th, against the Metro Stars. And by the way, the first 5,000 receive a free 1-month membership for 2 to a PHA, which is Personal Health Approach. So don't miss those 2 nights, next Saturday and Monday nights. And again, a reminder that Saturday night's game is an 8:05 kickoff. 8:05 kickoff on Saturday night from Frontier Field. That's going to take care of it for my part tonight from Quest Field here in Seattle. Rhinos returning home tomorrow, and hopefully we'll see you on Saturday at Frontier Field. Final score tonight from Seattle: the Sounders 1 and the Rhinos 0. I'm Don Stevens. Thanks for being along. Tom Craver coming up with more information and your phone calls next with more, so stick around for that. That's it from Seattle. Final again: the Sounders 1 and the Rhinos 0. This is Raging Rhino Soccer on Fickle 93.3 FM.
Wouldn't it be great if every tool you bought were covered by a lifetime warranty? Chase Pitkin includes one at no charge with every tool purchase. If you're not completely satisfied, return any tool with your receipt and we'll repair it, replace it, or refund your money. And you'll find we carry a huge selection of tools from the best names: DeWalt, Porter Cable, Bosch, Delta, Stanley, and more. All at great prices. The lifetime tool warranty, only from Chase Pitkin.
Getting older can be a harrowing experience. staying in shape just gets tougher. Why not join the downtown Harrow East Athletic Club? Memberships include aerobics, yoga, Pilates classes, whirlpools, sauna, indoor pool, squash, racquetball, 2 weight floors, cardio, indoor track, free parking, the list goes on. Don't give in, get tough. Join the Harrow East today, and they'll even waive the initiation fee. Call 546-1000. That's 546-1000, and we'll see you at the Harrow East.
Does your golf game need a change of scenery? Leave the same old courses behind and head to Lakeside Country Club in Penn Yan on Cayuga Lake. It's one of the most beautiful courses you'll ever play. Memberships are available, but the public is welcome. Just call PGA Pro Bob King at 315-536-7252 to book your tee time. The course is located near many of the Finger Lakes' finest wineries, so make a day out of it and enjoy the best that the Finger Lakes has to offer, on the course and off. Call Lakeside Country Club, 315-536-7252.
Yes, this is my Beamer. You can tell from the hand-waxed hood right down to the Toyo Proxys TPTs. That's TPT for Total Performance Touring Tire. I wouldn't settle for anything less. When I switched to Toyo, I got high-performance handling that hugs the road at all speeds, wet or dry. And they're so quiet, I can hear the engine, not the road. Okay, I'll let you in on a little secret. If you promise not to tell anyone, you save some money. Try them for yourself.
Toyo Proxys tires are at Murphy's Tire, Niagara Street, Canandaigua, and Tire World, Empire Boulevard, Webster. Toyo tires, driven to perform.
Hey, you, what's your vision?
See it online at that'smyvision.com. 1,500 vehicles at your fingertips. Every Vision Hyundai, Vision Ford, Vision Nissan, Vision Dodge. Online. That'smyvision.com lets you compare vehicles side by side, calculate monthly payment, appraise your trade, and so much more. And since the Vision dealerships have over $10 million in approved loans, you'll get credit pre-approval faster, easier, and securely. So car shop when you want. At Vision, we're open 24/7 online. That'smyvision.com.
Oh, yeah. See your vision now.
Next up, it's your turn to sound off on tonight's game.
It's the Nextel Direct Connect post-game call-in show.
We will take your calls. We would love to take your calls.
Driven by Auto Depot USA. Call in now. 222-9393.
And welcome back to the Rochester Raging Rhinos post-game show. My name is Tom Craver. Again, the Rhinos on the downside of a 1-0 decision at the hands of the Seattle Sounders. Sturm getting the goal from Whitfield in the 86th minute for Seattle, and the Rhinos' unbeaten streak ends at 5 games. Just the one lone goal in it, again in the 86th minute by Seattle. Lots of cards, as Don Stevens just announced. Starting back in the 41st minute, Bolanos getting a yellow card. Carbayal right after the start of the opening half getting yellow for delay of game of all things in the 46th minute. San Filippo getting one in the 55th. Pato Aguilera getting one in the 62nd minute. And Rene Rivas getting one in the 89th minute just toward the end of the match there. Sedgwick also receiving the red card tonight. Gratuitous dual red cards for Seattle and for Sedgwick. It was Sleeth for Seattle that got the red card. Those cards were back in the 50th minute. Again, the one number that matters most, though, was the one goal for Seattle by Sturm, in the 86th minute. And that's about the recap of the match. Again, the Rhinos' unbeaten streak ends at 5 games. Much more to come still. Out-of-town scoreboard, and we'll take your calls coming soon. This is Raging Rhino Soccer on the all-new Fickle 93.3 FM.
We lead very busy lives these days. So many demands, so much stress. It's just not enough time to get everything done. Come home to stress-free apartment living at Blueberry Hill. Luxury and excellence are built right in. Amenities above and beyond other rental units are included. Concierge service is just a phone call away. Let them take care of you. Call 889-7250 and make an appointment and see why Blueberry Hill makes life worth living. Some of the greatest advances in cancer are happening in treatment of lymphoma right here at the Wilmot Cancer Center. Kathy Drake was diagnosed with lymphoma a year ago, and thanks to a clinical trial at the Wilmot Cancer Center, she received treatment for her disease that's not available in many areas of this country.
Getting the very best care that was out there. I'm feeling pretty good. I had recently gone back to work and feeling stronger all the time.
Today, she's a cancer survivor. This message is service of the Wilmot Cancer Center. The cure starts here. Go to www.wilmotcancercenter.com.
Intercom Radio and Fickle 93.3 FM presents Celebrate Rochester, an ongoing program to spotlight life in our city.
My name is Tanya Bartz, and I'm the Director of Marketing for the Doan family of dealerships. Founded in 1981 as Doan Buick, we have since grown to be a multi-franchise dealer group, including our brand new Doan Dodge Chrysler Jeep Superstore located on Ridge Road West in Greece. We believe that strong community ties play an important role in our business, and we encourage everyone to join us and get involved through local sponsorships and volunteer opportunities. We are proud to deliver the best in automotive products and services to the Rochester community. We are proud to celebrate Rochester.
Celebrate Rochester. Call Vice President and General Manager Michael Doyle at 423-2929. That's 423-2929. Won't you join us and celebrate Rochester? It's the heart of Western New York. Celebrate Rochester is a public service of the Entercom Marketing Results Group. Call 423-2929.
And welcome back to the Rochester Raging Rhinos post-game show. Time now for the Free Time Magazine Out-of-Town Scoreboard. Free Time Magazine is Western New York's arts and entertainment guide, available online anytime at freetime.com. Well, no other games to report out of town tonight. There are two scheduled for tomorrow night, the only other midweek games going on in the USL First Division. However, for tonight, the Rhinos and Seattle, the only game on the agenda, the Rhinos falling to Seattle by a score of 1-0. Again, their unbeaten streak ending at 5 games. And that's about it for the Free Time Magazine Out-of-Town Scoreboard. Coming up next, we will be happy to take all of your phone calls, 222-9393, on the Nextel Direct Connect post-game call-in show. This is Raging Rhino Soccer on the all-new Fickle 93.3 FM.
Make a game night this season into a game weekend with the Clarion Riverside Hotel, conveniently located in the heart of downtown Rochester near Frontier Field. Blue Cross Arena, restaurants, shopping, and more. The Clarion Riverside Hotel is offering sports fans a special $69 spectator rate. Call the sales office at 546-6400 for details. That's 546-6400. The Clarion Riverside Hotel, Main Street, downtown, right on the banks of the Genesee River, and just a free kick away from Frontier Field.
Hey fans, World Gym Rochester is the official strength and conditioning facility for your Rochester Rhinos, Rattler, Nighthawks, and Amerks. World Gym Rochester is proud to offer personal training packages tailored especially to your needs, including a 5-component system that assures you results. Fun, high-energy group exercise classes like Rep Reebok are offered so you can work out with friends. And to make it more convenient for you, World Gym Rochester now offers newly expanded child care hours. For more information, please stop by the gym, 1717 East Avenue, or call 271-0440.
Hot dog. No one makes them better than Glico's. Hot dog. Hometown favorite from Glico's. The flavor is right. Every bite. Cover 'em with lots of everything nice. Everything you like. Come on, take one. No one makes the hot dog like Glico's. 'Cause now we make 'em, make some.
Hey fans, World Gym Rochester is the official strength and conditioning facility for your Rochester Rhinos, Rattler, Nighthawks, and Amerks. World Gym Rochester is proud to offer personal training packages tailored especially to your needs, including a 5-component system that assures you results. Fun, high-energy group exercise classes like Rep Reebok are offered so you can work out with friends. And to make it more convenient for you, World Gym Rochester now offers newly expanded child care hours. For more information, please stop by the gym, 1717 East Avenue, or call 271-0440.
The time for a healthy you is now. And Personal Health Approach Health, Wellness, and Fitness Center, Rochester's brand new premier upscale health club, is the place you need to be. PHA Health, Wellness, and Fitness Center, located at 3450 Winton Place, is the official strength training facility for the Rochester Rhinos. Let PHA's personal trainers and exercise therapists create a personalized program that will meet your needs and goals. Call PHA Health, Wellness, and Fitness Center at 232-8888.
And welcome back to The Rochester Raging Rhinos post-game show. It is the Nextel Direct Connect post-game call-in show driven by Auto Depot USA. Three-time Rochester's Choice Award winner as Rochester's best selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. Auto Depot USA, unbeatable prices, unbeatable reputation. Nextel helping groups get things done. Call 800-NEXTEL-9 for power phones with walkie-talkie, GPS navigation, and speakerphone. Nextel. Done. The Rochester Raging Rhinos not getting it done tonight at the hands of the Seattle Sounders, falling 1-0. They had a great streak going, probably the best one we've seen all season, with 4 wins coming into tonight's game, 5 games in a row where they did not get beaten. That ends tonight at the hands of the Sounders late in the game, too, for that matter, in the 86th minute. Again, the goal coming from Sturm, his first of the season for Seattle. Whitfield getting the assist for Seattle. That's only their 8th goal on the season. The Sounders, it almost looked like it was an Italian, or sounded like it was an Italian soccer match. Nothing really going on most of the game. It was a midfield battle back and forth. The Rhinos had a few good looks earlier on in the night, a few good looks middle of the match, and then nothing really going on up until the end when their back was against the wall. I don't know, a lot to talk about tonight, I think. We'll take your calls at 222-9393. I have some questions. I want to know why we didn't see any fresh legs in for the Rhinos anytime sooner. The first substitution coming in the 72nd minute when Scott Palguda, a defender, went in for John Ball. I mean, he was playing more of a midfield role from the sounds of things, but again, a defender going in for the midfielder. After that, there was a substitution. Carabajal came out for Howes. And again, Howes, after what he did in his first match as a Rhino, not seeing as much playing time as maybe he could be seeing. Again, going in the 80th minute, just 10 minutes left. When that substitution happened, it was only 6 minutes later that the Sounders got their goal, and it turned out to be the game winner. Again, the next substitution for the Rhinos in the 82nd minute, Pato coming out from Mladenoff. Again, some fresh legs. Mladenoff made an impact right away. He got a couple good looks. There was an offside call against him on his way in toward the net. But, again, all these fresh legs, the Rhinos have all this depth. We've seen some changes earlier on in the season with early minute subs, early second half subs. Again, the question that I have, and maybe anyone else wants to make a comment on it, is where were these substitutions earlier on in the match? 10, 15 minutes earlier may have made a little more of a difference for the Rhinos. Coach Callaway electing to hold off his substitutions toward the end of the match. So, the Rhinos and Seattle, again, for those of you who missed it, might be just joining in with us. Rhinos falling to the Seattle Sounders by a scoreline of 1-0. Vallo in the pipes for the Rhinos. He had one save on the night. There was only 6 shots taken toward the net. From what Don had called, Don Stevens making call of the game, the official stats said 1 save for Scott Vallo. Sounded like he had made a few. There was one off the post. There was one that was off the crossbar. He ended up grabbing. Maybe the statisticians up at Seattle, up at Quest Field, not quite accustomed to soccer matches as opposed to the NFL matches with the Seahawks. Who knows? It sounded like Scott had his hands full in the pipes for the Rhinos tonight. The few shots that he did see. Again, 6 shots taken by Seattle. The Rhinos still mustering up 9 shots on net. And again, Preston Burpo only having to make 1 save. Several were missed or went off the ball. In fact, Carabajal in the 27th minute actually got one past Scott Burpo. Didn't see the offside flag in the air, however. That goal waved off. The Rhinos getting in early in the 27th minute. Again, offside, but you tend to wonder, does that goal count? Does that make a big difference in the match, in how everybody played? Seattle would not have been able to lock up the midfield and lock up the back the way they had, but that is the way the ball bounces, as we all know. In USL First Division, you get used to those calls. 222-93 is the phone number here. We're sitting here waiting to take your calls. I know it's up late on a school night, but hey, isn't school over after today? 222-9300 is the phone number. We'll take more of your calls. Coming up after this, this is the Nextel Direct Connect post-game call-in show on Fickle 93.3 FM.
A three-pointer in basketball, a hat trick, a triple travel in horse racing. The best things always come in free. Well, through Saturday, Auto Depot USA, 3-time consecutive Rochester Choice Award winner, will triple your your down payment or trade-in allowance. Shop Rochester's best selection of late model, low mileage, quality pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. And right now, if you put $500 down, Auto Depot USA will make it $1,500. Or if you have a vehicle worth $500, Auto Depot will make it worth $1,500. Plus, every vehicle from Auto Depot USA is backed by our 3-day, 500-mile, no questions asked money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? This Saturday, score big at Auto Depot USA, where we'll triple your down payment or trade-in allowance. Call 663-2233 or get to 800 West Ridge Road between Dewey and Mount Reed in Rochester. Auto Depot USA. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable reputation.
Triple your down or trade in up to $500 with approved credit. See dealer for complete details.
Getting older can be a harrowing experience. Staying in shape just gets tougher. Why not join the downtown Harrow East Athletic Club? Memberships include aerobics, yoga, Pilates classes, whirlpools, sauna, indoor pool, squash, racquetball, 2 weight floors, cardio, indoor track, free parking, the list goes on. Don't give in, get tough. Join the Harrow East today, and they'll even waive the initiation fee. Call 546-1000. That's 546-1000, and we'll see you at the Harrow East.
The time for a healthy you is now. And Personal Health Approach Health, Wellness, and Fitness Center, Rochester's brand new premier upscale health club, is the place you need to be. PHA Health, Wellness, and Fitness Center, located at 3450 Winton Place, is the official strength training facility for the Rochester Rhinos. Let PHA's personal trainers and exercise therapists create a personalized program that will meet your needs and goals. Call PHA Health, Wellness, and Fitness Center at 232-8888.
Oh no, it sounds like that car needs some help. Take your car where the Rhinos have been taking theirs since 1996 to Tony's Collision, conveniently located at 270 Anderson Avenue in downtown Rochester, just minutes from the Park Ave area. Tony's Collision is family-owned and proud to celebrate their 40th year of providing quality collision repair. Their color match experts guarantee that your car will look like it came straight from the factory. Tony's Collision takes pride in their quality workmanship and the savings they pass on to their customers. They'll even work directly with your insurance company. When your car's been in an accident, don't settle for anything less. Trust in Tony's. Tony's Collision. Call 473-8776, 473-8776, or stop by 270 Anderson Avenue downtown.
Hey fans, World Gym Rochester is the official strength and conditioning facility for your Rochester Rhinos, Rattler, Nighthawks, and Amerks. World Gym Rochester is proud to offer personal training packages tailored especially to your needs, including a 5-component system that assures you results. Fun, high-energy group exercise classes like Rep Reebok are offered so you can work out with friends. And to make it more convenient for you, World Gym Rochester now offers newly expanded child care hours. For more information, please stop by the gym, 1717 East Avenue, or call 271-0440.
Welcome back to the Nextel Direct Connect post-game call-in show driven by Auto Depot USA. Nextel helping groups get things done. One of those times, helping groups get things done. Nextel done. Auto Depot USA, 3-time Rochester Choice Award winner as Rochester's best selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. Auto Depot USA, unbeatable prices, unbeatable reputation. The Rhinos falling tonight to the Seattle Sounders by a score of 1-0. We're going to toss a trivia question out there. This will be for 4 tickets to Saturday night's match against the Charleston Battery. Again, that game is an 8:05 start at Frontier Soccer Stadium. We'll be on the air at 7:35 for the pregame show for those of you listening in Radio Land. It is Saturday car display night and Zligo's Family 4-pack. So if you don't win the 4 tickets here from this trivia question, by all means, go on out to the Rhinos box office. 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for $44. Can't find a deal like that anywhere else in Rochester sports today. All right, the trivia question is, this is the 9th week now of the USL First Division season. I want to know how many of the Rhinos have been honored with Team of the Week honors so far in 2005. We're 9 weeks in. How many Rhinos have been awarded USL Team of the Week honors? That is for 4 tickets to Saturday night's match against the Charleston Battery. 222-9393 is the phone number here at Fickle 93.3 FM. Again, how many Rhinos have made Team of the Week honors? Tonight's first trivia question brought to you by Crocodile Rock Entertainment, Rochester's home for Game Show Mania. Customizable trivia fun for everyone. 594-2112 or www.crocodj.com. CROCODJ.com. Alrighty. The Rhinos and the Seattle Sounders tonight. 1-0 as the Rhinos lose tonight to the Seattle Sounders as they fall, breaking their unbeaten streak at this point, too. Again, a lot of things happening tonight. Rhinos had some decent looks. The more you go around and look at it, they had some decent looks. I thought one of the things that was impressive as well, they only had 3 corners in the night, but their first one in the 6th minute of play, they didn't score off of it, obviously, but they controlled it rather well. They went far side on the kick, and I thought for a moment there was a couple chances. Even Cedric had a couple good looks. They couldn't get the passes. They couldn't get the passes inward and couldn't get the ball, obviously, in the net for that matter. But what was impressive here was Don calling the ball, calling the play, and the ball stayed in the Rhinos' possession for a good 20, 30 seconds after the kick. At least something positive, potentially, to build off of in practice this week as they're getting ready to play against the Charleston Battery this Saturday night. The Sounders pressing in about the 22nd, 3rd, 4th minute. The Sounders pressing. Rivas and Perry sounded like they were solid in the back tonight for the Rhinos. Back and forth game, though. Again, from the 20th to the 30th minute, Carl Bayal in the 27th minute actually had a goal called back. He was in through, out through, maybe not quite in as good as the Rhinos would have liked him to be. Obviously, the flag went in the air. It was offside, and the goal was called off. In the 30th minute, Cedric to ball, missed passing, just a little miscuing. Again, different field up at Quest Field, different turf. The Rhinos not used to that field. Of course, it's obviously a larger field than the Rhinos are used to playing on. Who knows what's going on up there, but Cedric the ball, just a slightly misconnection there. But again, they got the action going through the midfield. Sounded like they controlled most of the midfield for at least the first half. Then it was a back-and-forth battle, pretty even-steven going on in the second half of play, but that's when the plastic came out of the ref's pocket. Yellow cards in the 46th, 55th, 62nd, and 89th minutes to Carabial, San Filippo, Pato Aguilera, and Rene Rivas, respectively. Of course, the pair of red cards coming out in the 50th minute. Sedgwick getting the red card after he was stepped on by Sleeth. Sleeth getting the red card first as well. That whole transaction transpired over 4 minutes, and by the end of it, Cedric had the red card as well. So again, but the one number that matters the most in the 86th minute, Seattle's goal, Seattle's goal by Sturm. That was the game winner, 1-0. 222-9393 is the phone number here at Fickle 93.3 FM. We want to take your calls, and I welcome to the post-game show our first caller. Hi, how are you tonight?
Hey, what's going on?
Who's calling?
It's Lucas.
Hey, Lucas. What'd you think of the game tonight?
I don't think it was too bad. I mean, the guys must have been tired, traveling 3,000 miles. So gaining 3 points out of 2 games from 2 good teams is pretty good. But, I mean, can't really complain, you know? I mean, 5-0 for Portland, that's pretty key right there.
I think maybe they spent all their goals in Portland, maybe not had enough for tonight. But
I mean, I think a better lineup could have been done, but I'm not going to complain, you know. We won, or haven't lost the 5 until tonight. But, I mean, I would have probably played house the whole game, some fresh legs.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking, yeah. I mean, we didn't see any substitutions until the 72nd minute. And, we've seen earlier subs than that so far in the season. We saw subs in the before the 50th minute of play so far this season.
I mean, I came in for a Saturday, so, I mean, NBC game, so it should be pretty sick with a huge crowd. But I have an answer for the trivia question.
Yeah, Lucas, go ahead.
Is it 10?
It is not 10. Very close, but it is not 10. The question again for everybody out there is how many Rhinos have made Team of the Week honors this year so far? We're in the 9th week of play. How many Rhinos have made Team of the Week honors in the USL First Division this year? Lucas, any other thoughts on tonight's game?
No, that's basically it. Thanks a lot, guys.
No problem, Lucas. Thank you for the call. 222-9393 is the phone number here. You, too, can get a guest in for the trivia question. Again, the trivia question tonight is, how many Rhinos have been honored with Team of the Week honors so far in the 2005 campaign? This is the 9th week of play for the USL First Division. And we will be happy to take more of your questions, more of your answers, more good comments on tonight's 1-0 loss to Seattle. The Rhinos ending their unbeaten streak at 5 games. This is the postgame show for the Rochester Raging Rhinos on the all-new Fickle 93.3 FM.
Here's another I Love New York travel tip.
With the Genesee River roaring through a gorge over 3 major waterfalls between cliffs as high as 600 feet, it's no wonder that the Greater Niagara region's Letchworth State Park is known as the Grand Canyon of the East. Within the park's more than 14,000 acres, you'll find over 66 miles of hiking trails, as well as trails for horseback riding, biking, snowmobiling, and cross-country skiing, as well as opportunities for whitewater rafting, kayaking, and hot air ballooning. Stay overnight at the Letchworth historic Glen Iris Inn, or take advantage of the park's tent and trailer campsites or winterized cabins. For more information or to learn about other New York State travel opportunities, dial 1-800-CALL-NYS or visit the I Love New York website at iloveny.com. Nature's majesty. One more reason why I love New York.
What if you celebrated getting things done in your office the way you celebrate on the field?
Barry, our project just got funded. High five. Headbutt.
Barry, are you okay? Perhaps some celebrations are best left on the field. But when you hear this, you'll know things are getting done. To learn more about how Nextel can help you get more done, call 800-NEXTEL-9 or visit Nextel.com. Nextel. Done.
Welcome back to the Nextel Direct Connect post-game call-in show driven by Auto Depot USA. Nextel helping your group get things done. Auto Depot USA, unbeatable prices, unbeatable reputation. Nextel, done. And our sponsor reads, also done. Go back to the phone lines. 222-9393 is the phone number here on the Nextel Direct Connect post-game call-in show. We go to Adam. Adam, welcome to the post-game show.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Yeah, bummed out about the loss. How you feeling about it?
It's not bad. I don't really mind it much. Season's so long. I would have done one change, different. Instead of putting another defender late in the game or whatever, I would have taken Perry out and put Rivas more in defense and put in Martinez in. That way we can have Martinez, Balamos, and Howells attacking in the last few minutes, but it's that. It doesn't matter. We beat Portland, and that's all it counts.
Yeah, Portland with a quality side, but you know what? Seattle's looking like they're going to be one of those turtle teams so far. That's five games in a row now where they have not lost. 6, I think, actually, now if I go back to my stats right here. It seems like they didn't do much. Tried to find the counterattack a couple of times, but didn't really get many good looks. They got a few here and there, but when they got their one goal, that was it, and they just cramped up the defense. Because
with the trivia.
Yeah.
You guys sure it's not 10?
Not by the list that I have here, unless my list is incorrect.
I think your list is incorrect, man.
That could be. Look, you've obviously got one there, Adam, so why don't you give me your guys?
Hold on. Give you all the guys?
Yeah.
Then Filippo.
Okay.
It might take a while. Hold on. That was week 8.
I'll give it a little hint out there. There's been 10 honors.
Rick Wilson.
Yep.
Is in week 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, San Filippo's also in week 7, and so is Ball. That's 4.
Right. Well, that's 3. You can't count San Filippo twice.
But he wasn't in week 8, though.
Yeah, but he's only one player. You can't count him twice.
How many different players have won it?
How many different players have made Team of the Week honors? Not how many times. Well, you've already made your guess, and I think we've given enough out as it is right there. But we'll have to let it sit there, Adam. But I know where you're going with that. But it's how many players how many players have made Team of the Week honors.
Okay.
So, you got it?
Yeah,
and you've got your answer there, I think, too. Yeah, go ahead. One more time. Go ahead.
I'm just going to say 6.
No, and 6 is another good guess, but not quite it.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, where's Soccer Sam?
Soccer Sam is actually on injured reserve right now. He's got some concerns.
What do you mean injured reserve?
He's got some concerns that's keeping away from work right now. Health related things. I'm not sure on exact details, but he is.
Did Sammy drink a little too much and fall on the stairs?
If that's the case, he hasn't made me privy to that information yet. It might be the Fey withdrawal. I am not really quite sure. I just know that unfortunately he's not at my side for the post game show now for a while. It might even be a season-ending injury. I'm not quite sure.
Season-ending injury?
Yeah, well, it's trying to play it up a little bit. I don't know exactly what the extent of what's going on. I know it's a health-related concern. And I don't think it's immensely serious, but I'm not quite sure. I just know that unfortunately he can't make it to the post-game show and can't make it on the road trips anymore for us. So.
Well, I hope he comes back soon. You know.
You and I both. He always brought food in. It was great. Adam, you're gonna be leading the chance Saturday night, right, against Charleston.
Charleston, that's right. I invite everybody in the bullpen, who has the guts to actually stand up and make some cheers.
Well,
people got to be loud. Got to support.
Everybody's got their own style, but yeah, you're right. Got to support. Got to help out. And
sitting down in your seat the whole time. It's not really a style.
Well, everybody goes to games for different reasons. There's a lot of business professionals out there as well too, doing meetings and whatnot. So
Well, I'm not inviting everybody. Only so big.
I got you.
Just there's a lot of like 16, 17, 18-year-old people, in the stadium, who could actually come out and make some noise,
Well, that's a good call. I will be making some noise on one side of the field or the other somewhere. I promise you that much.
All right. See you guys later.
All right, Adam. Thanks for the call. 222-9393 is the phone number here on the Nextel Direct Connect post-game call-in show. The Rhinos falling to the Seattle Sounders by a score of 1-0. And again, to take your calls, 222-9393. Do we have one more caller on the line there? Let's go to Brian real fast. Brian, welcome to the post-game show.
Hi, buddy. How are you? I do kind of miss my buddy Soccer Sam with you. I really do miss him. You know what? If I was, they should have made the changes earlier. I gotta agree with you. They should have made the changes a little bit earlier. I was thinking maybe they should have did the changes about the 52nd, 54th minute, somewhere around there. This way here, they can get the legs, the momentum going, and try to put that ball in net. And one thing I do gotta agree with Don about that red card to our player. I disagree with that call.
Well, it's kind of hard to judge over the radio, but yeah, if a player gets, kicked in the leg, we know Cedric can be quite vocal when he wants to be, but frankly, if he's writhing around the ground in pain, hard to imagine how he could be getting a red card when he was the victim of that incident.
And I will be there Saturday night, and I will do a good job on the game.
Sounds great. Well, thank you, Brian, for your call. I appreciate the phone call. 222-9393 is the phone number here at Fickle 93.3 FM. We'll take another quick break right now. Trivia question still out there. How many Rhinos this season so far have made Team of the Week honors? Well, the number of Rhinos players who have made Team of the Week honors. 222-9393 will be happy to take your calls and trivia guesses when we continue. This is Raging Rhino Soccer on the all-new Fickle 93.3 FM.
I'm Tom Rosati from Mallier Chevrolet Buick. The guy who always says yes. Now with a lot more to say yes to. Mallier is Rochester's newest GM certified used car dealer with more than 200 General Motors certified used vehicles in stock. And with bumper-to-bumper warranty on these vehicles, you'll have the same peace of mind you have with a new car or truck. So take the short drive to Mallier in Honeywell Falls or check us out at Mallier.com.
Mallier Chevrolet Buick. We always say yes.
There's a
vacation village near Orlando that is unlike any resort in the world. It's for special kids with life-threatening illnesses. It's called Give Kids the World Village, and it provides a week of fun and relaxation for kids and their families. A week of simple pleasures that would make any child smile. Swimming pools, visits to local Orlando theme parks, and unlimited ice cream. A week to live in the moment and to make memories that will last a lifetime. All for free for their families, too. To find out how you can bring joy into the life of a very sick child, call 800-995-KIDS or visit the Give Kids the World website at gktw.org. And please, help give them a time to remember. Brought to you by Give Kids the World and the Ad Council.
Hi, Grandma. Hi, darling. There is nothing more precious to me than seeing my granddaughter grow up. And nothing more heartbreaking than the fact that I am losing my sight to diabetes. Do you know diabetes is the #1 cause of blindness? A simple eye exam can prevent that blindness. But most people with diabetes fail to have their eyes checked on a regular basis, even though eye exams for people who have diabetes are covered by most health plans.
Grandma, for you, daisies from the garden.
The less I see, the more one thing is clear. If you have diabetes, you need to see an eye doctor and keep seeing life. Call to schedule an eye exam today. This message is brought to you by the American Association of Health Plans, the American Diabetes Association, and the Foundation of the American Academy of Ophthalmology.
A public service announcement from News Talk 950.
And welcome back to the Nextel Direct Connect post-game call-in show, driven by Auto Depot USA. Nextel helping your group get things done. Nextel done. And the Rhinos, 5-game unbeaten streak, also done now as they fall to the Seattle Sounders by a score of 1-0. The goal coming in the 86th minute by Seattle rookie Gabe Sturm. That is his first goal as a Sounder, as a matter of fact. I was just getting word from. First goal, what a way to get your first goal. Get the hands of the Rochester Raging Rhinos. Got to be every rookie in the USL First Division's dream to score one off the Rhinos. 222-9393 is our phone number here at Fickle 93.3 FM. We go back to the phone lines to talk to John. John, welcome to the postgame show.
Hey, guys. I want to take a shot at the trivia.
Absolutely.
9?
9 is the correct answer, yes. It happened 10 times where a Rhino made Team of the Week honors, but it was only 9 different players. So, John, way to go with the stab at the trivia there. Somehow I feel that you might have been in cahoots with Adam and the others.
I can't say, man.
Okay, that's all right, though. That's right. You guys are loyal, dedicated fans. John, you hang on when we're all done here, and our producer, Camp David, will get your information. You have any comments on the game tonight?
Yeah, I don't know. Have you guys been talking about the Sedgwick incident?
Not a terrible lot.
I mean, if anyone's wondering why Sedge got ejected himself, a lot of people don't know this, but Billy has a tendency to hit people in the nuts with his fist when there's a restart or when he gets real close to an opposing player. And I would imagine that that's what happened.
Well, Billy is he's a wonderful, wonderful guy off the field, but when you put him on that field, he turns into a completely different individual. So I know he's capable of a lot of things, and I'm sure whether it was vocal or physical, I don't think we're all wondering why he's out. It's just well, I guess kind of are to a certain extent. You can retaliate, you can talk all you want, and you can be in pain or whatever, but if you start retaliating or offending the ref, as Coach Callaway definitely knows, you will not last on that field at all.
Yeah.
So any other comments, John, on the game tonight?
Too bad I couldn't pull it out, but, we got a couple home games coming up, so I think we'll be all right.
Absolutely. In fact, don't forget, not only is there Charleston this Saturday night, the Battery coming to town, but Monday night, the Metro Stars come to town, and, it's deemed as a friendly, but for anybody who's been to the Metro Stars games whenever they come to town, I think, especially with the Metro Stars in general, they are nothing but friendly. Any other comments tonight, John?
No.
All right. Well, hang on the line. Our producer, Camp David, will take all your information, and you got 4 tickets to the Rhinos game this Saturday night against the Charleston Battery. Thanks for playing our trivia question for tonight. 222-9393 is the phone number here at Fickle 93.3 FM. We're talking about the Rhinos ending their 5-game unbeaten streak tonight. 4 wins is the most they strung together during this streak as the Rhinos falling to the Seattle Sounders. Again, the goal coming in the 86th minute from Seattle rookie Gabe Sturm, getting his first career goal against the Rhinos tonight in the 86th minute. Again, just to recap one last time, lots of cards, a lot of bookings tonight. Bolanos, Carabayal, San Filippo, Pato Aguilera, Rene Rivas, all getting yellow cards throughout the match. Sedgwick getting a red card after getting kicked in the leg by Sleeth, who had also gotten a red card for Seattle. And that's about it. Again, of course, the final 1-0, Seattle scoring the lone goal in the 86th minute. Rhinos seemed to get good looks from what the call sounded like. Not seeing it in person is always difficult, but from the sounds of things, they got some good looks at the net. They actually mustered 9 shots on the goal. So, hard to say exactly, but sounds like the Rhinos put up a good fight. And hey, 3 points on a 2-game, that back-to-back, that close together, Western road trip. Always good to get 3 points on the road. 6 would have been nice. That would have put the Rhinos actually up in second place. But, hey, we take what we can get. And right now, as we look at the standings after tonight's game, again, of course, Richmond still on top in first place, 26 points. But now Portland in second place and a 3-way tie for third. And that would be Vancouver, Charleston, and now Seattle joins the ranks of the third-place teams with 17 points up in the top tier there. Of course, the Rhinos, Montreal, and Minnesota tied for 6th place. Atlanta again in 9th place. Puerto Rico in 10th with 12 points. Virginia Beach with their 1 win and a few ties there with 7 points. In 11th place, Toronto still winless. Ready to make that breakout any second now, I'm sure. In the basement, though, with 12. We'll take one more last phone call here on the Nextel Direct Connect post-game call-in show for the Rochester Raging Rhinos. Back to the lines we go. This is, you're on the air with the post-game show. Who is this?
How's it going tonight, guys, up in there in the booth?
Oh, hanging in there. Who's this?
This is Jeremy.
Oh, Jeremy, how are you, buddy?
Doing all right. Can't complain.
Thanks for staying up with us for the late-night post-game show.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, that's what we're here for. What do you got? We got a pot of coffee sitting here. I've been bouncing off the wall throughout the game. It's been kind of insane, actually.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, we've been all listening to the game here from 10 o'clock on, and, it was a nail-biter, from the sound of things. But first half seemed kind of lackluster, but the second half, the cards came flying, and, I mean, you can't ask for much more than 3 points on the road, 3,000 miles out west. Did great against Portland, and Seattle's really the cream of the Old Western Conference crop. They always seem to make the finals out of that conference year after year.
Always have been, too, historically.
Yeah, and, I mean, combined with that and the fact that we were on their home turf, which is, a little bit different surface than most of the fields in the USL, and with Callaway on the bench, or not on the bench, for that matter, you add all those things up, and 3 points didn't seem too realistic, but I thought we could at least snag a point, and it's unfortunate to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory there in the last 5 minutes of the match.
Yeah, that's most unfortunate, especially going that distance. Now, Jeremy, you're a big soccer nut. Did it sound to you, if you listened to the whole game, you said, did it sound to you almost like an Italian match where there was a lot of midfield battles but nothing really happening?
Sounded like an Italian result at the end of the night, 1-0. So you can only assume. I mean, substitution is not being made until the 72nd minute for Rochester. I mean, that sounds pretty Italian to me. But
I was really referring more to Seattle not doing anything until a couple quick little counters here and there and hoping. But no, yeah, that's not a bad thought too. But again, at the point we didn't mention before too is Callaway not on the bench tonight. So and that may have had an effect on the subs as well too.
Oh yeah, I mean Callaway definitely is the tactic master when he's down there on the bench, and he definitely has an impact on how we do throughout the course of the game, and I think we saw that tonight. But like I said, I mean 3 points on the West road trip out of 6, still not bad, and we'll try to bag 3 against Charleston on Saturday night in front of the TV audience on NBC. Anyone who can't make the game, be sure to tune in at 8.
But make sure you tune in at 7:35 for the pregame show, right, Jeremy?
Hey, there's a pregame show? Hot damn. That's good to see.
There's always a pregame show.
Well, that's good to hear. I mean, we're coming a long way. It's about time that we get this, on TV, on local TV, get some new fans that can't always make it out to Frontier Soccer Stadium exposed to the game. And, Stampede's going to be in numbers. We're going to have a tailgate out by the parking lot before the match. Anybody's welcome to attend. We're not that hard to find.
No, I think it's, just kind of listen, open your ears, and you'll hear you guys.
Yeah, and, everybody's invited to the festivities, pregame, during game, and postgame. It's going to be a great night. It's going to be a lot better than tonight because there's going to be 3 points on the board, and we're going to have, we're going to be higher in the table.
Rhinos at home are always an event, always worth going to see. And, of course, don't forget the official post-game party at the distillery afterwards. Again, for those of you listening, it is a 8:05, and those of you going to the game for that matter, 8:05 kickoff at Frontier Field. It's not the normal 7:35 kickoff time. We will be on the air for the pregame show at 7:35. Again, kickoff at 8:05. Zweigel's family 4-pack of tickets with 4 hot dogs and 4 drinks, $44. If you haven't got your tickets, go to the box office now or call the Rhinos office at 454-KICK. Jeremy, any other thoughts on tonight's game?
I just wanted to give my shout-out to Soccer Sam. I mean, I know he's hurt right now, but as long as he's still got ears, I know he's listening. And, Sammy, baby, just, rest up, take your time. We'll take care of things. It's not going to be the same without you, but we know you're going to be around. And if you need anything, man, you know who to call.
Jeremy, thanks for your kind thoughts. We appreciate it, buddy.
No problem, man.
Thanks for calling the post-game show. Yeah, Soccer Sam has a spot here. He is always here in spirit. I've got a sausage sitting here on the chair to my left, just reserved for him. And that's going to about do it for us here on the Nextel Direct Connect post-game call-in show. I want to thank all of our callers tonight. Thank everybody for being here. I want to thank Don Stevens for the silky smooth call of the game from Seattle. My producer here, Camp David. For everybody else in the Rhinos organization, my name is Tom Craver here. Again, the Rhinos tonight falling to the Seattle Sounders by a score of 1-0. Next game is this upcoming Saturday, June 25th against the Charleston Battery. 7:35 pregame, 8:05 kickoff. Thanks for being with us. Have a great night, folks. This has been Raging Rhino Soccer on Fickle 93.3 FM.
Auto Depot USA, Best Volvo, Blueberry Hill Apartment, Chase Pitkin, Clarion Riverside Hotel, Connolly Printing, Faber Home, Free Time Magazine, Gallo and Yakavangelo, Golden Memories, Harrow East, Messenger Post Newspapers, Midtown Tire, Health Source Chiropractic, Omaha, Mollier Chevrolet Buick, Lakeside Country Club, Nextel Partners, Marina Dodge, New York Lottery, Personal Health Approach, Soccer Report, Tony's Collision, Total Tan, Vision Nissan, World Gym, Zweigel, on the new Fickle 93.3 FM, Random Radio.
First radio, now Fickle.
I just want to tell you that I love your radio station.
We want your opinion.
I'm 29 years old, but I'm a closet Barry Manilow fan.